All that matters is that you're here and we're here and you are at 5K.
I know. It's wild. Feels very surreal. Okay, and then I should be theoretically able to see the chat. I'm gonna just hit join. Oh, it wants my YouTube. Okay. Well, I will try to use the chat on here intermittently. This will be fun. Okay, so we're gonna start a new game of Stardew Valley, and if people want to give me input in the comments for character creation, etc., then feel free. What should we name this guy? Maybe Squiggly Joe?
Subby subscriber.
Oh, that's cute. I almost called him Mr. Subby, but that feels weird, so.
I've never played this game. I've heard of it a bunch. I can't wait to see what it's all about.
It's really cute. It's one of my favorite little cozy games. I whiled away like dozens of hours on this game during the pandemic. Okay. Make him pasty like me. Give him super fun hair. Oh, that's fun. Alright. I think I want a shirt with little suspenders. Oh, there we go. Little suspenders. Oh, yeah, we'll give him a beard. Okay, what should we name our farm? Hello, Swift-1. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, now that the stream is kind of working sufficiently. This is my friend Dustin from Best of Trek, Worst of Trek. And we should have a good time. Ooh, purple hair. I love it. Let's do it. Boop.
That's the best.
That's so cute. I'm so on board with this. Yes, a nice peek at regular me, which is consistently stressed and panicking. Okay. Now, what should we name our farm? Sufficient Farms? I like that. That's cute. Let's do it. Okay, well, it'll just be Sufficient Farm. And what is his favorite thing? I think cheese. Alright, I'm gonna hit... Well, maybe we can go through the little intro so everyone knows what's going on. Oh no, I forgot to pick a farm color. Well, that'll be interesting. So, basically, I think the game starts with Grandpa dying. An envelope for moi. No, Richie, he needs a beard. I do feel crushed by the burden of modern life. I do! Bleak. That's kind of bleak. This is true. Grandpa's quite handy. XX years later. Yes, Joja is basically just Amazon, but exactly as evil as it is in real life, pretty much. So you have, like, two kind of goals in the game. You basically are building your little farm, and also you're trying to revitalize the community center by finding all this, like, stuff, like fish and various crops and, like, items that you then give to the community center. Oh, look at him, he's so sad! Just a sad little guy! But alternatively, you can go to Joja Mart for everything and basically just like cheat your way to winning, and it's allowed within the game, but personally I've never gone that route because ew. I am in dire need of a change. Lewis is the mayor. He gets into wild shenanigans where you find his underpants around town. We're on a train. No, we're not. We're on a bus. Yes, so typically you can choose what kind of farm you want. I may have forgotten to click that, so we'll see what we ended up with. With a little dedication. I've heard real life Amazon is indeed quite Orwellian. It's just a very bleak place to work. I think people were commonly like crying at their desks, just like my little guy was.
And peeing in bottles.
Oh yeah. General misery. Quite a big deal. Wow. Very rustic. It is quite cute. Rude. Yes, everyone's very friendly. Friendly townspeople.
This guy just like creeps around in the middle of the night by your house. Okay.
Yeah, basically. Nighttime shipping.
If he kind of looks like and reminds me of the guy from Sub Rosa that like took care of grandmother's
Yeah.
house. I'm Ned Quint.
Alright, what am I doing? Okay, so these are my active little guys. Okay. Oh no, I do have to move them into my. Do I move them into my inventory? Or no, they're already there, right? Yes. Okay. If you can't tell, I haven't played this in a while, and I've never actually played it on Steam before, so this is a learning experience for everyone. Haunted. I think you can choose a haunted farm. I don't think I did, because I accidentally forgot to pick one. So we're just getting whatever the standard stock farm is. Oh, that's right, I need a pickaxe for that. Yeah. Ah, again. I need an axe for that. So you gotta clear your little space. Boop. And then you get little resources from clearing your little space. Whoop. Whoop. Don't I light that candle? Ah!
Do not go to that house.
What's his name? Is it Quint?
I'm Ned Quint.
Yeah, good dude. Good dude. You know, he deserved better than his ghost-related fate, honestly. He was just trying to be a nice fellow and warn everyone. Boop. Oh no! Oh no! And axe. Because we're axing for trouble. Ha ha ha. Oh, what's this? Alright, I guess we can go into town and greet some people and also get some seeds for which to start. Boop. Gotta watch my little energy meter, because then I'll simply collapse, and then someone rifles through your pockets and takes your stuff. It's otherwise a very charming and safe area. Alright. Up here's the bus station, but of course you have to do a thing, I think, to be able to use the bus again. But then it takes you places.
A bus takes you places?
I know. Crazy how bus do that. Alright, let's go. No, wait. Let's go over here. I vaguely remember where things are. Oh, look, a notice board. How do I... Well, maybe they'll explain it inside. How do I... Is it not open yet? I'm feeling very silly because I swear you can just walk in. Let's see. Let's test this at the saloon, maybe? Oh my god, am I gonna have to friggin' Google how to get into buildings on Stardew Valley and Steam?
I'll look for you.
Thanks. Oh, wait. Okay, I guess you just wrong click. No. How do I wrong click on him too? I do. Okay. Thank you, Gus. We like Marnie. Although, we think she's involved in trysts with Mayor Lewis, because that's where you find his underpants, is Marnie's house.
Scandal?
Scandalo. Okay.
Do
Well.
not like the scandal.
Alright, we'll get some parsnips. No beans, I guess. Is my inventory full? Is that why? How do I... Oh! Well, that makes sense. Unbelievable. Okay, now we're broke as heck. And away we go! How do we talk to you? Who knows? It is a mystery. Ah, hello, little fellow. I love his anime hair. So what's crazy about Stardew Valley, which I don't know if it's still true, but it was true when the game first launched, is it's all, like, entirely created by just one dude. Like, he programmed it, he designed all the characters, he made the little music, which unfortunately I can't stream for you due to my technical difficulties. And I think he goes by Concerned Ape, and generally seems pretty chill.
Neat.
Yeah. Well, I guess I have to get some kind of ticket for that. Boop, boop. Alright, well, my little inventory is full, so I guess we'll go home and plant some crops. Reginald Stardew the Third. I'm sure that's his real name. That seems accurate to me.
That checks out.
Oh, look at the cows! They're just little guys. Later on, I too can have cows. Oh, that's food, but I can't grab it because my inventory is full. Oh no, I am trapped. And we scythe. We scythe. Do do do. And we pickaxe. And then we axe. And then we scythe. We scythe. Chop chop. Yes, you can just clear everything. Generally dick around. It's just a fun little game. Beep, boop, boo. I think that's where you can build the greenhouse. Oh no, I'm stuck. I cleared the wrong path and now I am lost. There we go. No matter which one you pick, your farm ends up being a pretty decent-sized little map. Here's the cat's food bowl. I think I selected the cat, but now I'm realizing I forgot to name it, which feels cruel. Ah, my snips! And we'll put our little beans down here. They have little stakes, so you have to be careful where you put them because they can be inconvenient to get around. Alright, hopefully we have enough energy to water everything. Boop. Oh no! I missed. As you can see, I am not very coordinated. Spot is a good name for a cat.
This is my cat Spot.
Oh no! Oh, you can move it. That's kind of neat. Well, it's only 5. Maybe I will not go to sleep yet for the night. Suppose one can clear more rubble from farm. I do love that Spot just, like, is whatever sex is necessary for the plot in TNG. That's quite fun.
In whatever color they could happen to get for a cat that week.
Yeah. Oh, like, this is a vaguely orangish cat. That should work, right? Oh my goodness, I stole a frog's little house. Well, that was tragic. Now we chop down the tree. It always makes me feel mean to chop down the tree, even though it is just a pixelated tree and is not, in fact, real. Ah!
The Arbor Day Foundation would be so unhappy with you.
Yeah, planting negative trees. Alright, what do we got? Sell some clay. We'll sell some rocks and some grass. And maybe some wood, too. And this daffodil. Here's a shabby little house. Alright, early to bed, early rise. Foraging. Yay! 174 golds. Now I'm not entirely pavo. And we awaken! Well, who doesn't want to see what Willie has for me at the beach? The fishing mechanic in this game is tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But I fully expect to embarrass myself, so this will be fun. Oh no! There we go. Oota. Typically this would be the fastest way to Willie, but since my yard is still a mess, we're gonna go the long way round. Stardew Valley does make me yearn for idyllic farm life, but my dad is actually a farmer, so I know that in fact the idyllic farm life is not as idyllic as this game makes it feel.
It's not the way trad wives of the internet portray it.
No, you mostly live in the middle of nowhere and work really hard. It's Willie!
Steamboat Willie?
I was just thinking that. Arguably, I bet he has a steamboat somewhere. He's so friendly. He's got his little hat and his little pipe. The Ardo fishing. Artificial. Ha ha ha.
Ha!
I received a bamboo pole. What luxury. Good water here in the valley. All kinds of fish. If it smells, it sells. It's just so cute. There are just so many adorable little details in this game. I love Willie. He's so wholesome. Okay, shall we embarrass ourselves with some fishing? Right now I'm just looking around to see if there's any good fishing spots, because sometimes they have little bubbles that you can see. But it looks like we're just gonna have to try and get lucky. Boop. Aha! Oh, okay. So I'm trying to keep, like, green... Ah, well, you can see the instructions. Green bar behind fish. Oh, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him! No! Huzzah! Okay, that did translate better than I
Hooray!
thought it would. I fully expected to lose my first sardine.
Ooh, a whole inch of sardine.
Yeah. Alright, I can't give it to Willie until he's in his shop later, but that's okay. Worst case scenario, we just sell it in the box. Ah, see there's the bubbles for a good fishing spot. What do we got in this fishing spot? Oh no! I misclicked and the fish got away. There we go. Oop. Oop. This took me like an embarrassingly long time to like actually figure out when I was playing it on mobile. Oh no. Oh. Come on. Aha! We've caught an anchovy. And we'll do one more while the bubbles are still bubbling. What do we got? It's a fish. A sardine! Alright, one more. Let's see if we can get something besides a sardine or an anchovy. Well, okay. I guess we have 2 more inventory slots, so we can try 2 more times, then wander off and do something else. Max! Seaweed! Ah, now the bubbles are gone. Oh, well. You can also find stuff on the beach, like these here shells, but I don't have room to take this one. Forget what this guy does. Oop. Well, nothing yet, it seems. And let's see if anyone's home. Well, boo. I guess we'll have to meet Elliot elsewhere. We can build this here bridge at some point, and that'll lead us over to the other side there, but we gotta get 300 pieces of wood first, and that's a lot of wood. Would you believe it? Oh, I'm just a dad in a not dad's body.
Ever so punny.
Wonderful. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going? We're going back to the farm to sell our stuff. And hope that the crows haven't stolen our parsnips. The crows are probably going to steal my parsnips. Whoop! Et voila. And it's Tuesday, so we can go buy more seeds. I think the store closes on Wednesday. It's a very laid-back lifestyle in Stardew Valley.
Won't be installed until Tuesday.
Do, do, do. Oh, that's right. Calendar. Bookseller. Okie dokie. Well, I like potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. So we're going to start with some taters. And by start with, I mean that's mostly all we're going to buy. Because we could only afford 1 more parsnip. It is hard to be a new farmer just starting out. Why is this still blinky blinky? Looking for Buddy to bring me eel. Okay, I'll accept the eel quest. Even if it might be eel advised. That seems dubious. I think you were dropping all the eaves, Windgrace. It's inevitable. I don't know why I've decided puns are my thing today. I mean, I guess they're always my thing, but I'm out of pun control. All right, now we got the taters. Boop. Now we have to go refill our watering can. Boop. I guess we can clear some. Oh, Meek Axe can do nothing. Maybe we'll get our 300 pieces of wood and go repair bridge.
Yeah, as Wind Grace points out, you wouldn't have gotten to 5K without being punny.
It's the way. Come on, baby. Yeah! Timber!
But how long has it taken you to get to 5K? How many years have you been doing the YouTubes?
Oh, it's taken a long time. So I started my YouTube, I think, in 2017, I want to say. It initially was more of like a political commentary YouTube, but then I started talking about Star Trek and I kind of had way more fun with that. And so I
If not.
shifted more to like media analysis and media criticism. But when I started, I was in undergrad and college, and so I had time and I had fun and it was great. But then I started law school and I was also working like 30-ish hours a week, give or take. And so YouTube kind of just like fell by the wayside for a couple of years. So it sort of stalled out at 1,000 subscribers for like, he's too tired. Years, like a good long while. Progress was slow, but I wasn't uploading very consistently. I think I had a total of like 1,700 subscribers when I started getting more active on YouTube again in like 2022, 23 sounds right. I don't know. It was a little while ago. But yeah, progress has been much more consistent since then. I think it definitely helps that like the overall quality of my videos has gotten a lot better. Because I've rewatched some of my like early videos and they're rough. They're rough. They're rough enough that if I rewatch them, I mostly just end up privating them because I am embarrassed.
I feel that if my first videos on my channel hadn't been part of an entire series that spanned years, I think I would have gotten rid of mine too, because yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like they have their moments where I'm like, okay, that was pretty good past Ren. Nice job. And then other times I'm like, what? How did you put this on the internet voluntarily?
It's a learning process.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
It's better to just get it out there, even if it's not great, because then you've learned from it.
yeah, if I waited to be great, then they would have been I never would have uploaded anything. So it was a good learning experience. I had fun. Uh Thank you, Richie, for your nice comments. I do think I want to do a little more political damn it, it is closed on Wednesdays. A little more like political commentary and stuff. I'm getting more back into that on TikTok, but yeah. Thank you,
I think you
Michael.
should.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, just say I think you should. I think I would love to see political takes from Ren.
I suppose I do have the degree for it.
Oh, there's certainly a lot going on in the legal space that
Oh,
deserves more looks at it than just legal and
oh my god, okay.
God, why
I
am I
hate to be
blanking on her name?
Legia Miller.
Yes,
I like her.
Leisha,
She's
yes.
great.
Love her.
Le- Legal Eagle, I feel bad because he hasn't done anything, but he irks me. I know if it's like the hair, but he just gives me like smarmy attorney vibes, and I'm just like, bro.
I feel that.
Like, I don't know. It's like the whole styling of it, but I really like Legia Miller. I feel like her content's really, really good.
She's more real. Legal Eagle seems like a more like commercialized format.
Yeah, that I think that's accurate. But no actual hate. Like he does good work. He's just not as much my thing, but Leja's videos are fantastic. Um yeah, I might get more back into some of the legal commentary stuff because it is wild what's going on. Like I do think a lot of people are trusting in the courts to save us a little bit too much, and I think we're going to be in for a rude awakening because I mean, of course, we have the like evil Supreme Court right now, but also we have a whole lot of like Trump appointed federal judges in lower courts, and even at the best of times, the courts kind of always basically just existed to preserve the status quo and like the rights of like wealthy property owners, which is why the Supreme Court loves to use like legal fictions that it just kind of makes up to justify rulings that do not make sense legally. Um, so that's fun. I've kind of just been like disassociating the last couple of months because it's just
It's so much to try to take in. I'm right there with you. I'm actually reading like less news and choosing my sources way more carefully now.
yeah, I've gotten a lot more picky. And yeah, you end up having to consume less because if you try to keep up with everything, you just get burned out. Like it's excessive. It's
It starts
excessive.
feeling hopeless.
Yeah, exactly. And of course it's not hopeless, but it is exhausting and frustrating and scary. So yeah, you might see the return of political commentary, Ren. I'll brave the incredibly annoying comment sections because people are so much meaner.
Oh, that's gonna be a thing. That is a thing, and I get that.
But I can't let them shut me up, so.
It's hard enough just trying to talk about like Discovery or Section 31 right now in Star Trek,
Oh
let
yeah,
alone
it's bad. When I first started doing Star Trek videos, it was when Discovery was coming out, and I admittedly was a Discovery hater, but anytime I said anything nice about it, because I tried to be fair, so like I'd be like, it has its moments, like it's fun. Like I would praise certain characters, like I've always really liked Saru. Um, and like yeah, people would like even when my overall opinion was negative, if I said anything positive, some people would just like jump on me and they do the whole "you're not a real Star Trek fan" thing, and I'm like, I have been watching Star Trek since I was literally like in elementary school, but okay, sure. But yeah, I've also been having kind of fun returning to form with my Yellow Jackets reviews recently. Um, I've been doing unscripted, like just my notes reviews, like I used to do way back in the day. And they're obviously less polished, but they're much less work because especially the like long form video essays, they take me a the writing is the longest process.
yeah.
Like they take me so long. So it's kind of nice to be able to just like watch a thing, scribble down some notes, and then just talk about it. Uh, and that's been kind of a good time. So I might start doing that for more shows so I can keep up with them better.
Nice.
Because I like doing the like weekly reviews, but if I make them too polished, I fall behind so easily. Like that's what happened with all my lower decks videos this year. I just spent too much time on like the production process and ended up not filming my videos quick enough to like optimize their release. So I drop like a review for an episode after the next one had already came out, and most people don't care at that point. I think I can eat food to restore energy. Maybe I will go and purchase some food.
You're a farmer, but you have to purchase food.
I know, like some kind of animal. Off we go to the store, but not Pierre's store, 'cause it's closed. So instead, we'll go to the saloon and say hi to the drunk people. Ooh, spirits!
Beer counts as food.
No, I don't need a hot drink. I need some spaghetti. Alright, let's eat the spaghetti. How do I eat the spaghetti? Yes!
First, you put it on your head, and then you smash it
Aha!
against yourself.
Now it restore
Like what?
energy. Yeah, very typical, means of eating things. Oh, I cannot buy anymore because I'm a
Like one does.
broke pavo farmer. Oh wait, there was pretty lady to say hello to. No! We're struggling. We're struggling, fam. Hello, Emily. She's right. I am going to love it here in Pelican Town. Emily, we're in the saloon.
Well, she works there. I was going to suggest you buy her a drink, but, maybe not while she's on the job.
Unfortunately. Oh, yeah, there's other stuff here. Arcade. Anime hair guy. You can also romance the characters. I usually end up romancing Leah because she's the little artist who lives by the river. Ah! Ah, here's Pam. She's I think she's the bus driver, and she's also kind of an alcoholic. Ah, there's Leah. Isn't she cute? Look at her cute little face.
I mean, if you dealt with people on a bus all day, I know I would drink more.
Definitely. No question. Look at us run through the rain, all handsomely with our little beard. In a van.
Down by the
Fantastic.
river. So if you had to guess, how long do you think it will take to get from 5K to 10K subscribers?
I feel like if I'm insanely lucky, maybe like another year if the like exponential-ish growth continues. But I do keep screwing myself over by like randomly pivoting to different shows and then only talking about those for a few weeks. And so then the audience is like, what's happening? So we'll see. I feel like I'm not consistent enough to like optimize it, so I'm intrigued to see how quickly or slowly it happens. I feel like it kind of happens in bursts.
Yeah. That is how YouTube works.
Yeah. I do have a lot of like annoyance and regret at myself for not keeping it somewhat going while I was in law school, because I think if I had, my channel would be more successful by now. But I think I would have also like died because I barely survived law school. I'm not like hyperbolizing either. Like especially when I had to study for the bar exam, I was so stressed. I was like clawing holes in my face. Uh,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was really bad. Like I was looking through old photos and I found a picture of my skin back then because I was like talking to like a dermatologist, and like I just thought my skin was just suddenly bad forever. Um and then when I got through it, my skin just settled right back down. I was like, oh, okay, it was just my body eating itself alive that was causing the problem. Yeah. Law school, I don't recommend it unless you hate yourself. No, that's not true. I actually do like being a lawyer. It was worth it, but looking back, I'm like, I could not do that again. I couldn't. I literally physically could not. Well, that is very sweet of you, Windgrace. It's weird because like sometimes I'm like, yeah, this is a good take. I like this video, and then other times I'm like, why do I even speak words? Like, what is this? Or I'll watch like someone else's video on a thing after I've published mine. I'll be like, oh, their take was so much smarter than mine. I wish I thought of that. But I think that's just normal. There are so many amazing people on YouTube. Like my
As long
lovely
as
friends.
as long as you contribute like something that they didn't, I mean, almost always people will come up with something that the other person that even might be a better, YouTuber or talker about it does. So
Yeah, definitely have to put your own little stamp on things. Oh, goodness. I have not played this game in so long. I forget how, like, mesmerizing it can be. Just wandering around, clicking on things. Oh, look at us. We stayed up late for Farmer. 10:30. Wow. Oh no. Trying to move the bed again.
just get right into bed with your wet clothes.
Yeah, and my little boots. Disgusting. Ah, some money.
Have you ever had a video you thought was going to do amazing and then it bombed?
Yes! Quite a few. My Poor Things video, I worked so hard on that video. It took me so long to write and just almost as long to edit. And I really thought it was going to do well. I like went through all of like Yorgos Lanthimos' movies, and it was right on the heels of some videos that did better. And for whatever reason, the algorithm was just like, no, no, not for you. So I was kind of disappointed by that, but I think it's slowly found a bit more of an audience. But yeah, it's so weird because it feels like you never know what the magical like formula is to make a video do well, even if it's just as good as your other videos that do well. Oh, boo. Damn it, Pierre, why you gotta have a life? It's got sign as if it has a thing for me. There we go. Makes Pam happy. Ah, I can bring a parsnip to Pam. That'll be profitable. Oh yeah, my Amway video did do very well. That's one I didn't think was going to do well. I had basically, so okay, I was like 19 and I was broke and working at L'Occitane, which is like a customer service role for like a skincare company. Uh Retail, sad boy retail. And this really cute little like I say little because she was like 5'2" or something. This like little butch lesbian comes in with a business opportunity. I'm not going to say no to a cute lesbian with a business opportunity for me. So she like does the whole thing. She like sucks me in. She like gives me a couple books to read and some like audios to listen to about how these people got rich doing Amway, and then eventually like
Oh God.
eases you into the Amway reality. I went to many meetings. I got my poor partner into it, so he also went to meetings with me. And initially, we were both like, "Ah, yes, this is the answer. This is how we're going to make money and be financially free." Like that was their whole thing. And then there started to just be a lot of red flags. They told you not to Google them. They were like, if you Google Mother Teresa, there'll be bad stuff about Mother Teresa, so don't Google us. So then I Googled Mother Teresa, and I was like, oh,
Terrible person.
terrible person. And so then I was like, So then I Googled Amway and was further owed as I went through all of that stuff. And yeah, I became kind of disillusioned with it. But then, like, the real, like, nail in the coffin for it was the cute lesbian convinced us to go to, like, it was like a statewide meeting, I think, that happens like quarterly. So we went down to Portland and like stayed with her parents, and we went to this meeting, and it was so weird. It felt like a cult completely. So they had all these rich people like come to speak, and then people would like rush the stage to like wave at them and try to like touch their hands and stuff like they were actual like musicians or like celebrities. And they're just the worst rich people. Like they just sit there and like brag about their wealth and excess. This one guy like showed us the diamond encrusted Bentley he bought for his wife. Like he took us back outside to look at it. And it was just one of those things where like my partner and I kind of looked at each other and were like, what the hell is this? What is happening? So we both kind of just agreed to stop showing up to meetings, and I basically told the cute lesbian that thank you for the opportunity, but I don't think this is for us. And I am so grateful that I did not give them any money.
Well, that's good.
Because oh my god. So yeah, I made a video on it. It's the first video I ever made that went like viral-ish. I still get the occasional comment on it from other people who have been like suckered by Amway. Some of who unfortunately did spend money on it. But it was, yeah, it's wild. Or people are like basically like, oh yeah, I basically lost family to this. Like they just won't talk to us anymore because we don't support
Oh man.
their Amway endeavors, and it's wild. It's wild. Like it really is such a cult. Like they basically tell you to cut off your family if they don't support you, cut off your friends if they don't support you. Like it's very isolating. So I basically like went through and was like, this is how they're a cult, this is how they're a cult, this is how they're a cult. Like don't give these people your money. I'm surprised I didn't get some kind of like cease and desist or something, because they 100% are the kind of people who would do that. Good times. Yeah, that was a while ago. What do we? Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Pierre's. We're gonna get more seeds, baby. Get more seeds. Yes, I think the cute little lesbian also questioned my commitment. She was pretty annoyed. I think she was sort of counting on us to become little members under her, because it's like a whole like pyramid scheme thing,
Yeah, as
right?
I said, then she makes money off of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I almost felt bad about it, but she actually wasn't like the best person, so then I felt less bad about it. I'm still friends with her girlfriend, or her ex-girlfriend. That didn't work out because she's a cool person. But yeah, it was an experience. What's Lewis up to? Ooh, a coin in the jukebox. How luxurious. And now we run. We're little running guys. Do do do. That's a bunny. Bunny.
Is there any video topic that you had ever wanted to make but never did?
I actually have a whole list of them that I like didn't get around to, but kind of thought would be fun. One was I wanted to talk about like the weird lack of empathy in like movies and TV shows for random henchmen. Like there are so many shows that otherwise have like really good messaging, but then have these like disposable characters that the main characters just like straight up murder basically. And you don't feel bad. There's no like it's sort of like with impunity, and you as the audience aren't supposed to feel bad about it. But sometimes I just think about it where I'm like, well, like I know they're working in an evil job, but they're probably just little guys trying to feed their families too. Yeah, I had some like videos I wanted to do about shows and movies that do setup and payoff really well. That I didn't quite get around to. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Red shirts and TOS, yeah. Yeah, the poor little red shirts where you're like, okay, they're dead, no on-screen funeral or anything. And then other characters, you get the whole funeral sequence, and you're like, oh, I see who matters, Starfleet. Boop, boop, boop. What should we do? Maybe we'll do a little fishing. What? Oh, hello, green hair lady. Who are you? Oh, that's right. You must be Squiggly Subs. What a great name I've chosen.
Sounds like a sandwich shop.
It does. Squiggly's Farm Fresh Subs. Yes, Evelyn, I will call you Granny, because that is extremely cute.
Farm to table now with extra squiggles.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for real, Michael, I'm a person with too many feelings, honestly. I've always had very big feelings. Oysters. Such luxury. Hello, Yum Lemon Kebabs. Welcome. Yes. Ceto definitely deserved her touching send-off. That episode of Star Trek has always made me just straight up ugly cry every single time.
I definitely did the first time I saw it, but it's not one that gets me every time. Like Spock in The Wrath of Khan that we just did last week. It's like, oh my god, every time I watch it, I can't not.
It is brutal. It is very sad. No, I just... Oh, hold on. Wind Grace is trying to come in. I just saw that. Hello, friend. I hope you were not waiting
Hello.
too long. I was not attentive.
Congratulations. No, I was trying to get in during Amway, but my computer was being annoying. But
Yes. Well, we can blame Streamlabs because, or not Streamlabs. What am I on? I'm on StreamYard. I've never used like a live streaming software before, so this was a learning curve.
well, my computer decided it didn't recognize my profile anymore. So it's like, are you really you? I don't think so.
I struggle so much with that. Every time I want to use Facebook on this desktop or on this laptop, even though I've like selected, trust this device like 1,000 times, it doesn't care. Every time I have to do this whole thing where you verify with your phone and like go through all of those little steppy steps to like log in, and I'm like, I didn't log out. Why is this happening to me every time?
And then you change your password and it's like, but you can't use the password you already had.
I know. I like make fun of my mom for always forgetting her passwords, but honestly, if I forget a password once, it's over for me. Because every single time you change it, you're just like, what did I change this to?
I ran into something this week with my desktop that I didn't know was a thing, and like, oh my god, did you know that Windows 11, if it detects something that it even thinks is a virus, it will delete it.
Oh,
Whoa.
So, and this is coming from something I had a piece of software that I had procured illicitly like 20 years ago. This software you cannot buy it anymore. So the only way to even get it is, to find it somewhere. And I tried to run the keygen that I had for it. Windows like, no, this you can't. And it deleted it.
Wow.
That is
That's
a feature of
crazy.
Windows 11 that I had no idea. And now like I don't have a keygen for a piece of software that I wanted to use. It's a really fancy CD burning program.
That's wild. I hate that. I hate that so much. I have like kind of passionate violent hatred in general for Windows 11. It's the most like small thing in the world, but I resent the fact that they put all of these really annoying features on the bottom left hand if you hover. And so to ensure those annoying features that nobody uses work, they no longer let you move the address bar around. Or the start bar, or what, my brain's not working, but you know which bar I'm talking about. I used to keep it up on the left-hand side, which was a habit from my shameful days of playing League of Legends. Days which are not over entirely. I got thirsty for more Arcane, and there was no more Arcane, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just pretend that playing Wild Rift on my phone is a comparable experience, and it is not at all. But it's also very addictive, so I lost many, many hours of my life the past couple months playing League of Legends.
That's one I've never touched.
Don't.
Either.
It's not worth it, I would say, honestly. Like, I think the only reason I had fun at all was because I played in high school, so the learning curve was bearable. Ooh, a geode. Neat. But if you start from scratch, basically, it takes a while to learn to be good enough to do basically anything well. And people are not nice while you're learning.
No.
And I would say it's one of the, like, generally speaking, like, meanest communities that I've ever, like, participated in gaming anything with. Although my favorite thing is the men are very clueless on League. Like, I have a very girly screen name, and I pretty much always play, like, female champions. And they're like, hey, man, how's it going? Oh, good game, man. I'm like, I'm not going to correct you, because I don't want to deal with that.
Sup, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Sup, dude?
Let's go crush monsters and do a penny raid.
Oh my god. Actually, though. So funny. I suck at Lux. She's like a little champion. So it's like 3 lanes that you play in, and you like have different roles in each one. And I really suck at Lux, but she's a very good champion. She's also pretty easy, so I don't know why I suck so bad at her. I use hello Marnie. What does she want? Squiggly subs.
Yeah.
Oh, I do get cat. I was worried I would not get cat. Excellent.
Does cat have like a health bar?
No, but he does snuggle up with you at night. I am gonna name him Spot. Might as well for the Star Trek fans. It was gonna be that or Snickle Fritz, but I don't think they let you do that. The name's too long.
I hate when they don't let you make long names.
Yeah, that is the one thing that I wish Stardew Valley was more flexible on, was longer names for things. Oh, look, we can harvest now. Look at that. I got parsnips, baby. Oops.
I always wanted to name in Pokemon Go my Snorlax as Snorles Barkley, but you can't make a name that long.
Tragic. Oh,
I wrote my congressman, and he's working on it.
Oh, man, I remember the height of Pokemon Go. I do still play occasionally, although I, like, fall in and out of it.
So what is the end goal of this game, or does it just continue forever?
You can basically just keep going forever, but the end goal is to restore the little community center. That's how you, like, beat the game. I think we can maybe go look at the community center in a second when I'm done watering these here crops. Call me Crop Daddy. Ooh, I have a letter.
And I'll be Johnny Applebottom.
Ah, I can buy more inventory from Backpack. That's a beautiful name. I love it. No, Joja. Screw you. Screw you, fake Amazon. Alright. I wonder where Pam is to give her some parsnip. Nope.
Sometimes
I bet
that's
she's
just
at the
doesn't
bar.
go.
She likes it there. Yes, the goal should be to destroy Joja Mart. Oh, wait. There's something. So where they have these worms, if you hit it with a hoe, you find stuff. Like clay.
Much like real life.
Ah, here's the community center. Yes, hit worms, find clay.
Profit?
Oh, hey, it's Ned Quint.
He does look like him.
Pelican Town.
It's so cute. Hey, kitty. My cat is sitting next to me. Full potato mode, this one.
Aw.
Aw.
Hello.
She's just a baby. Just a 8-year-old baby.
Kids and their TV.
Listen to me, I sound like an old fool. We like Mayor Lewis. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. Oh. Yeah, you don't sell Mayor Lewis.
So he's like he's Henry Janeway. 1159.
Oh my god. All right, in we go into the community center with
Right
Ned
through
Quinn.
the door. Whoa.
Yeah, it's raggedy.
This place is beat up.
Yeah, it's a mild disaster. Aw, those rascals.
Hello, little
What?
dancing apple.
Yeah, it reminds me of hamsterdance.com, if anybody's old enough to remember that website.
Alas. Oh, the cat's name is Dumpling, by the way. For those who were curious. It used to be Tonks, actually, but then J.K. Rowling did what she did, and I was like, I can't associate my favorite little baby, who I love so much, with that nasty transphobe, so then I slowly just, like, switched it to Dumpling, because that was one of her nicknames anyway, and luckily, I don't think she really noticed. She's always responded more to, like, my tone than her actual name.
I mean, what's the point of having a cat if you don't have at least 8 names for it?
Exactly. I could have also switched it to Soft Sweet Baby Cat, but that's too long. Okay, let's look in here one more time. So basically, these little stars fill up, and then everything kind of gets fixed with time. Is the bulletin board? Can I even look at anything yet? God, it's all so raggedy. Mushrooms. You cannot harvest these mushrooms, but you can harvest other mushrooms, which is quite fun.
Are those mood altering mushrooms?
I was gonna say fun mushrooms.
One can hope. Pierogi would be a great name for a cat. I do sometimes call Dumpling my little pierogi. And then various plays on that until it's no longer a word.
Oh dear.
I can't speak whatever this is.
Now in Wingdings.
All right. Well, looks like nothing much to do here yet.
I've always said I want my tombstone to be inscribed in Wingdings.
Oh my god, that would be iconic.
That'd be perfect. And hopefully in thousands of years, nobody has a translation for it anymore. And it's like it becomes a Voynich manuscript.
I love it. Secret Wingdings. Oh yeah, this is the carpentry shop up here where I can turn my wood into things.
Oh my god, Richie, those
Peanut
are
Hamper,
incredible
Azimuths, and
cafes.
Badgie. That is iconic. I feel like you've told me that before, but that's still the best thing I've heard all day. We like Linus. He lives in a tent by the water. Where's his little tent? It's somewhere up here. We'll find it. Oh yeah, you can go in this here mine and descend and find resources, but then also get killed by monsters.
I love any person that can be described by where they live.
Dongo would be a good cat name. Not quite as good as Peanut Hamper, but it's up there. I received a rusty sword, but I don't have anywhere to put it, so we're just going to get rid of my coal, maybe?
5 minutes later, you've received tetanus.
Yes, I have a feeling. Oh. We're not going to go in here yet. My inventory is full. Do. Running around. Yeah, what's in here? Little guild thingy? That's right. But I have to adventure more to qualify.
Watch out, here comes Stregonona.
Oh, Kipo is a good name for a cat. That's another video I never actually made, but kind of wanted to, was a video on Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. That is such a cute little show. It's so good. I also still need to make a video on the Owl House, but I just haven't gotten around to it because I'm too sad that it was canceled.
That's how I feel about a lot of things in the last 5 or so years.
Yeah. Oh my god. I know they used to cancel lots of TV shows back in the day, but it really does feel like it's like half of them now that get canceled or more.
It's way worse today.
Yeah, I'm so angry. I'll like never forgive them for canceling My Lady Jane on Amazon. Such a cute show.
Well, and half the time they cancel the things before you even know it exists. Or
Yeah,
you're in the middle of episode 2 and then you get an email. Oh, it's done.
Yeah, it fills me with rage. I feel like executives are bad at their jobs and don't understand how word of mouth works, because I'm thinking of all these like successful iconic shows. Like now, no way in hell would Star Trek get made and then come back. It would not happen. No, we'd have just lost it and it'd be gone. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I don't think we would have finished that show. I think we would have gotten like maybe 2 or 3 seasons and they would have canceled it. And like I just think about that for like so many shows. I'm like, this would not exist if
it was on a streaming service that wasn't Netflix. It wouldn't be streaming anymore, so nobody would ever even
it would completely unexist. I saw this one comic someone posted where they're like showing like pirated media to someone and that person's like, don't you want to support the creator? And they're like, I am the creator. This is the only way I can share this thing with anybody now.
Because what's that show that Dead Boy Detectives? I didn't even know it had started yet when I already heard it was canceled.
I really liked that show. That was a fun show. Although I am less upset about it now, given the whole Neil Gaiman thing. I'm like, well, at least now I don't have to be conflicted about watching it. I don't even know if I'm going to finish The Sandman now. I'm just too sad.
Yeah, Good Omens. It's the third season is now just going to be a like 90-minute feature length thing to finish it off.
I'm so mad about that. I hate that man. I hate him a lot.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has come out about like people that people like in the last couple of years. It's been really heartbreaking.
It definitely, I feel like it definitely sucks more with the ones who marketed themselves in a way that indicates they should know better. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like I was extra furious at Louis C.K. when that all came out, because like he had so many jokes that made it clear he understands how like women are marginalized, and then participated in that anyways. And I'm just like, but you knew better. Like, I can't even give you the like, oh, you were just a completely clueless, terrible human because you didn't know better benefit of the doubt. You knew better, dude. You made it apparent you knew better. And that's how I feel about Neil Gaiman, because he's been such a champion for like women and marginalized people. And then it turns out, oh no, he wasn't. He was actually just a sex pest. And you're like, cool.
At least they keep going these days. When back in the day, you just would have heard about it, and like 5 years later, like, was that a thing? I don't remember.
Yeah. I would also be sad if Chappell Roan did anything terrible. I do generally feel safer with female celebrities, because sometimes they will do things that are horrible, but statistically, they usually don't assault anyone.
Right.
Usually. Whereas I feel like with male celebrities, it's like too many. It's too many of them.
It's like they get that first taste of like any sort of power.
Yeah, and they're like, what can I do with this?
They see all the other people around them doing it.
Yeah, that probably is part of it. Just big ol' bummer hours. Big sad. What are we doing? We're running around. Hello, Robin. You are in town. Hello, Demetrius.
Oh,
he seems nice. Oh, hey, so you're the new guy, huh? Cool. Ren, vaguely looking for Pam. Maybe Pam is here. No. Demetrius, that's nice, but I want to go inside. Ah, there is Pam. Okay, wait. Aha! Yeah! Now I am parsnip rich. Who's this guy? Oh, no. Oh, right. You gotta click on him.
Do they have merch for this game? Can you get a giant plush parsnip and run around with it in real life?
That's a good question. I have never looked into it, but I wonder. No. Oh, I do love Chappell Roan, though. She's so cool.
Wait, who's that Elliot guy you just talked to?
Ah, Elliot with the beautiful hair. He's a pretty boy. You can romance him. Okay. Maybe I will try to romance Elliot this game. Oh, I don't know why it's not letting me talk to him now. Boop.
Wait. Is that a ghost candle on the table?
I bet it is.
Kind of looks like it.
Okay.
This game gives off serious Sub Rosa vibes.
Yes. Just an innocent Scottish town full of ghosts.
Space Scotland.
I love Shane. He's such an asshole.
Oh, they're dancing.
Yeah, like this, it's just really cute. It's a really cute game. I'm still kind of blown away that just like one dude made this whole game. Like that's crazy.
It does seem like there's a lot going on.
Yeah. I think he started it to like teach himself basically how to make a video game.
Did he make it like from scratch, or use some sort of video
No, he made it.
creator?
Yeah, I think he made it completely from scratch. Like he did everything, the music, the art, like all the programming. I think he may have some very tiny staff that helps him now, but when the game first launched, it was literally just him.
Yeah, it's tough. I can even say from trying to do a major mod for Fallout 4, I put about 1,500 hours worth of work into it. I had a small team, and I had to give up because the bugs just got too numerous, and I just didn't have the expertise to debug it.
Yeah, that is a struggle. One dude and his autism. Honestly, yes. And we love to see it.
It's like I sat down on my computer one day, and a year later I had a game. Don't know what happened in the middle.
All right, looks like we should consider exploring ye old mine. But I think I have to build a box first to keep my stuff in, because some of it is in the way of my inventory. We'll just sell this.
Well, can you like die in this game or get injured or anything, or is it all safe?
You can. Basically, if you... Cat, oh my god. No! There we go. I guess we'll go to sleep, and then we'll explore the mine tomorrow. Basically, if you run out of energy, you faint, or if you stay out long enough past midnight, I think it's at like 1 or 2 a.m., you fall asleep and just like keel over. And then people will like rifle through your pockets and steal your things.
What a lovely community.
I know, the rest of the time everyone's nice, but sometimes... Ooh, Mr. Rasmodius, the wizard.
Been poking around in that community center.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids in the community center.
Ooh.
Chopping down some trees. Trees, if you please.
All right, after an hour and a half, I'm gonna take off. But
Totally
Ren,
reasonable.
congratulations on 5,000 subscribers, and
Thank
here's to
you.
500,000 more.
Oh, fingies crossed.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to hang out.
Absolutely, this has been fun.
Yeah, it's nice. Maybe I will do this again sometime.
Neat. Yeah, you've kind of inspired me. I'm doing a video game review this coming week, and maybe after it comes out, I'll do a live stream of the hardest goldarn Star Trek game there ever was.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. I haven't played any of the Star Trek video games, but I've kind
Most
of
of them are not great. I'm going to be honest. Almost everyone I've played has some kind of problem. The one I'm doing right now is TNG Echoes of the Past from the Sega Genesis. It's wow, for a 90s game, it's one of the hardest games I have ever played.
Oh wow.
Is that the one with the away team of actual characters and then random people? Or is that a different one?
Yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of most of it is played out as away team stuff.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly.
Well, there's one you can take Data, Worf, and then just some guy with brown hair and some woman with
there's all the main characters and about 15 or so other just random Ensign Rickies, Ensign Ruths, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Love a random.
Yeah, there's a couple I liked. Then the vast majority of them are just a waste of brain power.
Yeah. This one's actually it's like okay, it's so hard. If you don't have a guide, it's basically impossible. Like there's this one room that's just got 6 switches that you have to hit in the right order, and there's like 7 different things. And if you try to do that out, 6 switches with no indication of how they're supposed to go, there's nothing in the game that tells you how you're supposed to do it. So if you were to really do that by random chance, 6 factorial is 720 possible choices. And that's just one tiny part of this game. So
That's
yeah,
whack.
And you finished it now?
I have.
Okay.
And I had to use a guide. I've never felt like I had to use a guide for an entire game, for any game I've ever played, but this one.
God bless the people who made the guide.
Yes, I honestly don't even know how somebody has the patience to go through and do a guide for this one. There's so much to it.
It was a
It's
generational
really
effort.
ridiculous.
Millions died along the way, but
Especially for a game from 1993. Like, wow. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So you guys have fun.
All right.
Thanks for having me, Ren.
Thanks for
Have a good
stopping
night.
in.
my
Bye. All right. And now we run. You ever Janeway modded this game? I don't know what that is, so I have not. Unless you were talking to Dustin, in which case I don't know.
I think that just means replace the parsnips with coffee. I don't know.
Yes, that makes sense.
Just a coffee farming simulator.
There's coffee in that farm. Oh, man. I am sad that Voyager still gets so much hate from some people. I think it's one of my favorite. It might be my favorite Star Trek, which I know is controversial since, like...
It's my favorite. It's narratively, it's not my favorite, but it's my favorite. Like, it's the one I put on. It's the one that I feel most comfortable with. And I think it's just, there is a lot of wasted potential in what they could have done, but that's no way to not like what they did do, or no reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I definitely see the bones of an even better show that could have been like DS9 caliber writing, and I know that DS9 is like objectively better written. It is. But I just love Voyager. I don't know. It's got the secret sauce. Like, it's the one I go back to the most. If I'm like homesick watching Star Trek, sometimes it's TNG, but like more often it's Voyager.
I think the biggest difference between I realized with some of the new Star Trek shows and the older Star Trek shows is like Voyager, even though it's a terrible situation and I would probably die very early on, I feel like I would feel comfortable living on that ship.
Yes.
Like the Enterprise D, I would feel comfortable living on the ship. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable living on Discovery.
It is not a homey ship, 100%. Like, yeah, I feel like with Voyager and with TNG, and even with DS9, like there's something so livable about the sets that just, it feels very real to me. Like, I used to always get really anxious as a kid in episodes where, like, the Enterprise explodes or anything, because I'm like, no, not my spaceship home. What's happening?
No, and then if you think about it, like, for 10 seconds, you're like, wait, weren't there, like, 800 kids on that ship, too?
Yeah, oh my god, the episodes where, like, the Enterprise D, like, explodes multiple times is extremely funny. I have to buy a big chest recipe. There are so many recipes. I just want a chest to put my stuff in, lady. What is this?
It's a chest seller's world.
A workbench. I'm too broke for any of this.
Wow, a big chest is $5,000.
The recipe for one.
Oh, then you still have to do the work yourself?
Yes. It's a racket, really.
Here's the instructions. Get wood, make a chest. $5,000, please.
Yeah, like actually though. Oh, this is such a cozy little game though.
Is it like Zelda where if you like are sneaky enough you can steal the recipe?
No, unfortunately. I wish. Man, I still need to finish Breath of the Wild. I know there's been a new Zelda game since, but it's one of those games that I started playing and got a hyperfixation on for a few months and then just abandoned. which is basically every game really until I go through phases. I do that with The Sims too, where I'll play it obsessively for like weeks and then I won't touch it for months.
That's
But
what
I
I do.
never beat it.
But then when you go back, do you remember what anything is?
No, I basically have to like relearn how to do all of the things. It's very silly.
It's like, cool, I'm 60 hours in. I go back after a year and don't know anything, so you have to start over.
Yeah, like basically, that's what stopped me from finishing my efforts on The Witcher Wild Hunt. I played just an embarrassing amount of hours of that game. I think I put in like 300 or 400 hours by the time my hyperfixation ended. And I beat the game, which is unusual for me. And then I wanted to clear the entire map, like do every single side quest, and I was making good progress on it. And then the hyperfixation just kind of died. So I haven't gone back to it. And now I'm like, I want to go back to it. I want to finish my silly little quest there. But also,
There's just too much to do.
there's so much to do, and I don't remember how to play the game anymore.
That was my big problem with and this is years ago now, when Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out. I got the collection that had all the games prior to that. I'm like, all right, I'll blow through them so I can relearn the story. Not that anyone understands the story, but and then play the third one. And then I just decided I needed to 100% the first game. And by the time I finished that, I was just done.
Yeah, every time. What a struggle. Okay. Found out I can build small chests, but where do I put you? There you go.
It's a chest? I thought it was like a barrel. Okay. I see
Yeah, now I can put my stuff in it. Boop. We'll put most of this away because we're going to go into the depths. Although maybe we should buy more seeds and plant them first and then go into the depths. Oh, wait, I have no energy. I should buy food.
Are there monsters down there?
There are. Yeah, they can get you.
Can you befriend them and like come back with an army of monsters to placate the town? That's not the right word.
Hello, Gamat 659 or 6594. How you doing, friend? All right, I can't do any of this stuff anymore because I put all my tools away. Oh my gosh, I totally missed your question. What did you ask about the game?
Oh, you answered it. Just there was monsters.
Ah, very good. Yes, yeah, you can very much get killed right in the face by all the monsters.
Hopefully not very quickly. Ooh, horseradish.
Yeah, luxury. Now I can make cheap wasabi that is not as good as real wasabi. Oh, here's Linus's tent. I'm gonna give him a leak. Here you go, friend.
I'm not detecting any leaks.
Delete the wife.
This would be a great cosplay, this character with the thing.
Oh my god. Ooh, there's more forageables up here. Just gotta get past his little house.
So he just lives in the tent forever?
Yep. Well, actually, I think you may be able to get him into a house. I kind of think so. It has been a while, but I think you can maybe build him one or like repair a house. But don't quote me on it because it's been a long time since I spent meaningful time playing this game. Ooh, I could go fishing, but I don't have my rod. Because you can get different fish from like different bodies of water. Like there's different fish in the lakes versus the rivers versus the ocean. Is it an ocean down there? I think it's an ocean. There's a beach.
Ooh.
But
clams and oysters?
Yes. Those usually just wash up on the shores, though. Although I feel like we're having fun foraging, so we'll go do that. Let's look around. We're heading over to where Marnie is. There's her house. No, wait, that's the community center. I'm lost.
Oh, wow, I didn't pay attention. The time just skips. Okay.
He's running around.
How big is this overall area? Like the area you can actually explore?
We've been through most of it, I think. It's not giant, but there is definitely a lot to do, depending on what you like. Can I eat this? No, I can't. Wait, yes, I can. Aha! Now I'm energy boy. Oh, I should probably have watered all of these guys. We'll go do that before we go. See, it's very easy to realize there are many tasks to do. And then get caught up in one task when you want to be doing another one. Yes, Stardew Valley is an escapist fantasy where you solve homelessness by simply providing homes. It is crazy.
What'll they think of next?
How people do that. Yeah, what'll people think of next?
The way the mind works, I'll tell you.
Mind blowing. Boop. Oh no.
Although I wouldn't mind shrinking and living under like a cool mushroom.
I would love to live under a mushroom. Being mushroom boy would be the absolute dream.
That'd be a cool mod for this game.
Oh, it would. I bet there are mods for this game. I have never used any. All right, let's see what there is to see. Oh my god, we're lost. We're lost in the weeds. Okay, well, this is ill-advised.
Maybe the forest of endless danger.
Oh my god! Oh!
You have to be home by 1 a.m., you said?
Yeah, ideally. I think that's right. Oop. Selling my horse radishes.
Is there a way to be like an evil character in this game, or do you pretty much have to be mostly good?
Your cat sleeps on your bed with you. Ooh, now I can create charcoalkin.
I think it's the cat's bed and you're just visiting.
Yeah, no, the most evil you can really be is by picking Joja Mart instead of the community center and using that to reopen the community center by just buying things. But that's no fun, so I've never done that.
You can't turn yourself into a robber baron and take over control.
No. This is a wholesome fantasy where such things do not happen. Go away, crow. I feel like that's the only time I would tell a crow to go away. I love crows.
Or if the new movie comes on TV.
Yes. Go away, the crow. Oh my gosh, I want to play which Robin Hood game. I'm gonna have to look that up after this. Oh shoot, I was supposed to deliver a parsnip to Caroline, but that's okay.
In the city?
Yeah, well, in the town, I suppose. She demanded parsnip, but I forgot.
Well, if someone demands something.
I suppose it was more of a polite request, but demand is more fun to say.
Fax me a parsnip post haste.
Yes. Go.
So do you have sole ownership of all parsnips?
You know, for now, it seems I do.
You control the entire parsnip supply.
Yeah, I seem to control many markets, really. Although, I suppose Marnie can compete with you with like cheese and whatnot, but
well, you can go in the sewer, so
you can eventually. I cannot yet go in the sewer. I think you have to do something.
Are there Ninja Turtles in there?
No, but there is a little guy. I think his name's like Krobus, I want to say. And he's just like a weird little demon guy who just hangs out and is very cute.
I'm just a threatening sewer man. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, like it's friendly. You can bring him like goodies. That's okay. Kebabs. I will look it up at some point. I'm sure there can't be that many which Robin Hood steal from the rich, give to the poor games. That seems uncommon. Well, Pierre's is almost open, so to the store we go. What are you doing? Playing with football? What a nerd.
Oh, that's because it misspelled witch. Homeless king, the witch's spell? Hikaru becomes homeless?
Alright, we'll get some parsnips.
I never realized how many games about homelessness there were.
Huh. I guess I want to say good for them. Boop. Alright, we got some vegetables to plant. Oh my god, I need to start planning my actual, like, real life garden for spring. I'm already behind.
Are you going to do real parsnips?
I might try. I have to, like, really, what's the word? Remediate my soil, because it's kind of old, and I have to get a bunch more soil and compost to add to it. And see if my parsnip crop does better this year, because, yeah, last year it struggled. Boop. Always, sometimes monsters. Oh no! I played Stray, that had homeless cat.
Ooh.
I really like Stray, although I'm glad people didn't necessarily vote for it, because I am very bad at that game.
I can't even remember which one I voted for.
Well,
probably the worst choice.
Whoever voted for Stardew Valley saved my butt from embarrassing myself by trying to play Stray, because I do love that game, but I'm not good at it. If it requires, like, speedy coordination, I often struggle and get overwhelmed, but I still have fun. But I think having an audience would freak me out.
Ooh, you're expanding.
Yes.
Now you can raise prices.
Yes, price gouge these friendly townspeople. Really embrace that Joja Mart spirit.
Look what they did to their community center.
True. What
they clearly can't be trusted on their own.
Unfortunate custodians of the community center. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go.
Oh, I think I just realized you look a little bit like Leela when she pretended to be a man in that one episode.
Lee Lemon. I love that episode. What is that one? War is the H word? Yeah, that's a good one. OG Futurama. Like, I don't hate modern Futurama. Like, some of the episodes in this season were really good. But, man, OG Futurama just had something. They just had something that they never quite got back after the various cancellations, I think.
No, there's a few. Like, I would definitely say this season was much better than last season. But...
Oh, completely. Last season actually had me worried about it. Like, it got better towards the end, but it was rough enough for long enough that I was like, are we... Oh, is Futurama over, dude? Like, what is this?
It felt too on the nose. Like, they were still trying to say the stuff they used to say, but it was just, like, generic...
Yeah, and it wasn't like, I felt like it was silly, but not in the, like, kind of clever way that it used to be. It also felt a lot less immersive. Like, I've been watching Futurama for, like, probably almost as long as I've watched Star Trek. It was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. I was a very unsupervised child, so my parents did not stop me from watching it.
Well, that makes. I mean, I watched Futurama, but I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons.
That's funny.
So to this day, I
Yeah.
really don't care about The Simpsons. Everyone else thinks it's amazing. I'm like, whatever.
It's all right. It's pretty good. I always liked Futurama more. I think just because I really was drawn to like the zany sci-fi setting. But The Simpsons definitely has some really solid episodes. I do enjoy it. But yeah, no, it's not the same kind of hyperfixation I had with Futurama. I actually used to have all of the Futurama movies on DVD.
Oh wow! Did you ever play the game?
No, I need to. I bet it's a good time.
It has an actual Easter egg in it.
Ooh. I do love an Easter egg.
I think Futurama hit the same kind of area when I was growing up as like anime. Just like weird kind of off the mainstream type of stuff. Because I would get it on TV like later in the night. Like when Adult Swim was,
Yeah.
It's like all the, and then for me, Star Trek was on at midnight. Voyager would come on at midnight where I lived. So I would watch some anime, then Voyager, and then go to bed.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, my first time watching Voyager, it was after we had started watching TNG because my parents had all of TNG on DVD. So we'd put it in and watch like an episode a night most nights.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Voyager, my dad went on eBay because he loves eBay. He's a thrifty old Canadian farmer, right? So he went on eBay and he bought like a DVD thing with all of the episodes of Voyager, but it was definitely pirated.
Oh, yes.
So all of the episode names were in Chinese.
Ooh, Chinese Voyager.
There were only a couple discs. The actual episodes were in English. There was no subtitles, so it was very weird. And so we'd kind of have to guess where we were on the list and see if we found a new episode that way. And
So
it
it wasn't in order then either?
It was, but but the episode names weren't in English, so every night when we put it back in, we were like, was it this one that we last watched with these characters none of us can read? It was very silly.
Was the disc basically just a menu of words then? It didn't have like preview pictures or anything?
No,
Okay.
yeah, no, it was very janky. And the menu picture had nothing to do with Star Trek. It was like a blue screen, I think, with mountains on it and with like two eagles at the top. It was
It'd been
weird.
great if it was just pictures from other shows like Cheers and then
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. No, but it was weird. I do admit I was glad when Voyager ended up on streaming and I could just click the episode I wanted to watch with ease. But it was a fun part of the experience for sure.
I got back in the day a couple of I guess they were pirated DVD box sets for shows that didn't exist otherwise.
Ooh, interesting.
I still have do you know what Mutant X is?
No, I don't.
It was like an early 2000s legally distinct from X-Men. Even though it was a Marvel show on Fox.
We resemble but are legally distinct from the X-Men.
Yes.
Oh, good times. Did I play Citizen Sleeper? I have not. I am intrigued though. Are you like a sleeper agent for like communist Russia? Because I'd be down for that.
I have not heard. Ooh, it's rated 9 out of 10.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm a filthy commie. I'd try that.
Give me the synopsis. I don't care what the gameplay. Well, I mean, I do care what the gameplay is, but
Get
you
it
take
together.
on the role of a
Internet.
sleeper, a digitized human consciousness in an artificial body owned by a corporation who has escaped to a
Oh.
lawless space station.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Okay, I need to look into that. That sounds fun.
It explores the themes of freedom, exploitation, and personhood.
Ironic. So that kind of reminds me of a movie my partner and I were watching yesterday. It's from 2017. It's called Junkhead, and it's like a weird Japanese stop motion
Ooh.
movie about like basically humans like can't procreate anymore, but they can kind of like transcend infinitely and like into different bodies.
Oh,
So you have a
dear.
guy who's like in a robot body, but his head gets found, and he ends up in this like subterranean world with these like or like future humans that are not humans, and it's weird and bizarre, and they all speak like this weird like gibberish, but then they have like subtitles over the gibberish that like makes it, you know, intelligible, but it's just such a weird little game. Or such a weird little movie. And like the creatures get like increasingly weird as this little guy, he goes through various, he's like trying to get the like genetic material of one creature to like save the surface people, I guess, although we don't know how long it's been since he accepted that mission. And he's just like running around in the underworld like trying to figure everything out, and it's really really good.
Oh, yeah, I found it looks creepy and interesting.
That is exactly the tone.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, that's another video I owe people, is for The House. That was another really creepy stop motion. It's on Netflix. I think it's older. I think it's from like 2018 or something, but I could be wrong. And it like,
Oh, the TV special? I see it, yeah. With like
yeah.
the cat and the rat people.
Yeah. So like, yeah, you've got your little normal people who look really adorable and have probably like one of the more sinister stories, and then you have the cat people and the rat person, and basically each of them like surrounds like trying to possess this house that is identical in every story but like in a different setting. So one time it's like a country house, then it's in the city, then it's on like this island that's slowly being consumed by water.
Oh, it's British. Okay.
Yeah. But really cool, really trippy and weird.
Oh, hey, it won some awards. Nice.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potato.
Interestingly enough, that when I Googled it, that has higher billing than The House, the 2017 Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell movie.
What? That is funny.
Maybe Google just knows my taste. I don't know.
Still, we love to see it.
And then I get The House with a Clock in the Walls, which I actually have watched.
Is it good?
And no. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's just like generic. I feel like they only made it because Jack Black did Goosebumps, and like that was pretty successful.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's throw him in another kind of scary children's story.
Oh, gotcha. So, probably not great.
No, but all the memes surrounding it for like a year were pretty
That's
interesting.
almost worth it, watching things for the meme. I feel like that's why I originally watched The Room for the meme, and I ended up like love-hating that movie.
So I've seen it. The first time I saw it, I had no idea what I was getting into. Then we watched it again with my other friend who had never seen it, and for whatever reason, he thought it was a horror movie. So he's about
I think
three-fourths of the way through. He was confused as hell.
Yeah, I think there is a horror movie. I think it might just be called Room, or maybe it is also called The Room. But I also thought it was going to be a horror movie the first time I watched it, and then I was like, oh no, this is just terrible.
Yeah, Room is what's her name? Brie Larson. But I don't think that's a horror movie. Well, I guess
Well,
a little boy is held captive in a room with his mother since his birth. So I guess it kind of horror-ish.
what's up with this cat? Are you okay, cat?
I could be asking you the same thing. I was gonna make. Oh man, and that's all coming together. I'm like the cat. Then it reminded me of the cat from Coraline, and then it reminded me of Neil Gaiman. All right.
Alas. Ugh.
It sucks because I know it's a book, but that's one of my go-to movies.
Oh, I know. I'm just mad. I'm mad about it.
Oh, I didn't realize this. Google now lists all of your recently searched for movies in like a list on the side.
Oh, that's kind of handy.
So like, wait, why is Hellraiser 3 over here? It's like, oh yeah.
The one with Adam Scott in it. That actually, I think, is my favorite of the early Hellraiser movies. It's so much fun.
I think that's when it started kind of getting a little too off the rails.
Oh my god, no, yeah, the 2 or 3 movies after that. We watched all of them up to the new one, I think, again for Halloween or just October this year, and there was definitely after the third one there was like a notable dip in quality for quite a few movies.
Is when you say up to the new, did the one with the female Pinhead ever come out yet? Because if it has, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I think so. In 2021 or 22, I want to say. I could be wrong.
Okay, because the last one I watched was that weird one that wasn't even technically like a Hellraiser movie till after the fact, and then they shoehorned Pinhead into it for like 5 minutes. Can't remember what that one was.
Yeah, this one was really good, actually. I think technically speaking, it's the best Hellraiser movie. I mean, there's definitely a charm to the old ones. Like, they're not bad, but they are very campy.
Honestly, I hadn't watched. The only reason I watched them in the first place was because of Garrick being in the first one.
Oh, yeah. No, the first one's really fun. I liked it. The second one's also pretty good, but I think it's more convoluted.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah, they definitely get away from the I don't know if neutral is the right word, but they're not good or evil thing fairly quickly.
yeah. Yeah, they do go from just chilling to like suddenly trying to take over the world for sure.
Silent Hill 3 is called The Room, is it?
Oh, no. I definitely watched one of the Silent Hill movies and got freaked out by it as a kid. Where? And away.
Silent Hill 4 is The Room. Okay.
Yeah.
I have not played that.
I have not played any of the games, but I should. I like a good horror game.
I prefer I don't like human horror. Like I don't like just a guy who's a killer.
Yeah, supernatural horror is definitely more fun. I'm parsnip rich. I'm rich in parsnip.
I would like to see somebody mod that and make Silent Hill 4 The Room actually based in The Room. And have Tommy Wiseau as the bad guy.
Yeah. You are tearing me apart, Lisa, but she's literally tearing him apart.
Yes.
Man. Yeah, The Room is what an era. That is actually was almost the last movie I saw in theaters because I signed up to go to I bought tickets for it, but then I mixed up the days.
Oh no.
In 2020 to go to Central Cinema, which is a Seattle theater that plays old movies from time to time. And so they had like a whole viewing experience, and I'm very sad because we didn't end up going because I mixed up the days, but it would have been the last movie I saw in theaters otherwise for quite a long time.
I saw the last one. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Spirited Away, because they were doing that whole festival of, like, once a month they were doing a different Ghibli movie.
That's so good. The last one I actually saw in theaters ended up being The Boy and the Heron, because I finally got to break my no theaters streak when they did a masked showing at one of the smaller local theaters in town. So I got to go to that and generally feel safe.
That's
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I think I actually saw Barbie after that, now that I'm thinking about it. So it might have been Barbie. Because my friends and I went. We waited until it was like most people had seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Parsnip bourgeois, yes. And so the theater was pretty much empty. We still dressed up, though, and it was really fun.
Oh, for Barbie?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you dress as? Just Barbie character?
Just Barbie style clothes. Okay. So lots of pink and like silly colors, and it was a good time. I enjoyed it. It's nice to remember I do have like friends to hang out with sometimes, because I do not see people as often as I used to.
That's one thing that was sort of coming back during that time and then kind of went away, is drive-ins were starting to pop up again.
I love a drive-in.
There used to be so many near me. I think there's one or two that are still around, but
yeah, I need to bug my partner about that and see if we can go more this year, because I know there should still be one in a park near Seattle. They have one.
They were doing the pop-up ones for a little bit too.
That's
like,
so cool.
In like the mall parking lot with a giant inflatable screen and stuff.
Oh my god, I love it.
But then when like 6 months in, when everyone's like, all right, we're done with this, they just like stopped.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that had really great access during the height of the panini that people just stopped, and I do find that frustrating. Ah, I keep forgetting how to click on people. Thanks, Jody.
How do you click on people in real life? Just
violence. There we go. Now I can buy seeds. What's going on? There we go. Okay, what do we got?
Wait, you can grow jazz?
Yeah, you can. Let's grow some jazz. And we'll grow some kale, too. Boop. And some potatoes. And now we're broke again, so off we go. No, get out of my way.
Who is that? Oh, it's Robin. I thought it was someone with a cowboy hat.
If only.
Reach for the sky. That looks like I like that little costumer. It reminds me of the not Disney Peter Pan.
Oh my god. I do love the Disney Peter Pan, though, aside from the racism, which is regrettable.
I haven't tried to watch it. Didn't they completely remove that from the Disney Plus version?
Oh, I hope they did, because that was wild.
I think for a while they were removing things. Then I think they went back to just put some of the things in this movie don't meet with our current standards.
Deal with it. All right, let's get some taters in the ground. And our jazz seeds.
This does remind me, art style-wise, of the very early Lord of the Rings PC game.
I haven't played that. I bet it's fun, though.
I think it's like a lot of those early games where it's just or I was younger and couldn't figure it out. It's just like, I couldn't. I had to like go find my glasses, and I couldn't. Like 2 hours in, I couldn't
Yeah.
find my spectacles.
That is relatable. Tatar's precious.
Are there ever like storms or anything that come through here?
Yeah, it rains from time to time. You can actually go into the TV and check the weather. Hold on, I'll do that just for fun. Do do do. Forecast for tomorrow. It's gonna rain all day tomorrow. Oop. And then what'll we do? Fortune teller.
So it's going to shower tomorrow and shower you with good fortune.
The dream. To be showered with good fortune by spirits.
Is your cat going to spontaneously have lizard babies when you go inside?
I don't know, man. Very possible.
Ooh, can you grow a beanstalk?
You can. Yeah, these here are beans. You can't, like, climb it or anything, but it does grow. And then you have beans. Luxury!
So if you end up wooing the right person, can you have kids or like a whole family or
I
anything?
think you can. Oh, I keep pointing this wrong. I'm trying to point it at the cat because she's being really cute. What am I doing? What am I
Cat
doing?
cam.
Cat cam is not working. There she is. She does little licky licky. Yes, she is just a baby. Just a baby cat. I think I exposed myself for how messy my room is, though. Oh my god, I love Dead End Paranormal Park. I'm still so angry they canceled it. Like, they do everything.
Except for Grey's Anatomy, which I thought was canceled, but apparently it's still on.
I'm still watching. It's not good. Oh. I am one of those trash humans where, like, if the show is still going, I will probably keep watching it forever. Like, it takes a lot of shark jumping to make me stop watching the show.
I have to say that I was actually relieved when they canceled all of the CW superhero shows because I was still making myself watch them.
Godspeed.
Although I will say Superman and Lois and Stargirl were actually really good. And they were like at the very end of those. But the last couple seasons, The Flash was just...
Yeah, I feel like I did not hear good things.
And
But
Legends of Tomorrow jumped the shark really like 47 times.
Jeez. Jeez. Yeah. There's a lot of... It's wild what shows still get excessive seasons and which ones don't. Like, honestly, I still maintain Supernatural probably should have been canceled at about season 5. Or not canceled, just finished.
Yeah. Well, I think didn't they
to...
have 5 seasons? Like, wasn't that the plan for
I think it was originally the plan, and then they were making too much money, so they were like, "Oh, we should keep this going." And then things just went off the rails, and there were no stakes for anything because everyone who died kept coming back from the dead. So you're just like, well, then it doesn't matter if this guy dies, does it? I don't care about that. He's just gonna come back next time. Let's do some foraging. Let's see what we can find. I have not yet seen Voltron Legacy Defender. I should watch it. I've heard good things. Ooh, green
That's
worm.
the newer one. Is it on Netflix?
I think it's on Prime.
Oh, Prime.
Yes. Prime cancels like so many of their shows, and it drives me bonkers. At
I was
least
just thinking about that. Wasn't Upload supposed to have another season?
I think so.
'Cause that's been years.
Yeah, I'm still mad about My Lady Jane. I'm still mad about a lot of things. Oh, I'll never forgive them for canceling Paper Girls. Paper Girls was really good. It was so cute. They aired it right after Stranger Things, hoping to get like the Stranger Things audience, but I think people were still too obsessed with Stranger Things to pay attention to it, which is fair enough. But it's so good.
I didn't
Basically,
hear any promotion for it
none
outside of
whatsoever.
a YouTube channel I follow that's about comics because it's based on a comic. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have even known it existed.
yeah. I binged it. I loved it immediately. It's so good. It's such a fun premise where it's like these little girls basically get sucked into a time war between two warring factions. And so then they travel through time and they like meet their older selves. And it's so good. It's so good. And then season 1 ends on a cliffhanger and then they canceled it. And I'm just stuck on the cliff forever. Like, I've been meaning to read the comics, but it's not the same.
No, unless they put out like a which they do for some things. They put out a comic based specifically on the
Yeah.
like the TV or a movie version to finish it or whatever.
Yeah, that something like that would be nice because they deserved better. They deserved so much better.
Which is why anything new that comes out that looks interesting to me, I'm very hesitant to ever even get involved with until I know it's going to last. But then if I don't watch it, then it'll get canceled because nobody watches it.
Exactly. Yeah, I just hurt myself and watch the thing, even if I know there's like a 50 to 60% chance everything will be canceled now.
That's a very optimistic number.
I know. Man, it's not fair.
Or they'll just completely finish it and make it disappear like it never existed.
Yeah, I wish all streaming and like television execs a very like beat with a tire iron, frankly.
Well, and then they
Like,
meddle with it too. Like they come in with their ideas. Like, let's change this thing. And
yeah,
then it does bad, and they're like, well, it must be your fault. You're the creator.
who could have foreseen? Yeah, and it's like, well, maybe you should have like kept your mouth shut, random executive who doesn't have any skills for this.
And then you get other things. What is it? Like, and I don't wish any ill will on Starfleet Academy or Star Trek Academy, whatever it's called. But just right out of the gate, they give it 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But other shows, they give like 6 episodes and then cancel it. It's like,
yeah.
Who's deciding what gets what?
Yeah. Someone with questionable opinions, I think. Although, admittedly, I am quite hyped for Academy. And it's nice to know we'll get 2 seasons so I can at least be secure in that. I hope it does well. I've been very worried about, like, the health of Star Trek as a franchise.
Like, everything in me, because they've been talking about an Academy show forever. I'm like, I don't think I want to see that. But everything they come out with the money and the people they're putting into it, seems like they're trying to give it a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm kind of excited for it. Like, I definitely want to watch it. I am pro future Trek.
I just think we need more idea of what's happening, like with the whole Paramount thing.
Yeah, that's unsettling. Although the selfish part of me will not be that mad if they get bought by someone who hopefully has a better copyright policy. Paramount has the worst. They are the worst in terms of like flagging you for just everything. Just everything they flag. They don't care. Like, used to reliably be able to be like, okay, 10-second clips. No, not anymore. Okay, 5-second clips. With Paramount, no, not anymore. They will flag you like there's no tomorrow. Like, my recent Yellow Jackets video might get taken down. I appealed, but we'll see.
Especially for something like that. Like, Star Trek's pretty large, but something like Yellow Jackets, I would think they would want the the added
Yeah.
exposure.
You'd think so. At this point, it is getting to be huge because of like how feral the fandom is.
Mm-hmm.
But word
Not a
of
good thing.
mouth helps so much.
The BBC is pretty bad too. For anyone who's trying to do Doctor Who stuff.
Oh yeah. No, they're also impossible.
And then I think the worst one that I've heard of, which doesn't impact me at all, is what is it called? Crap, I can't remember what it's called. The Godzilla people.
Oh.
I want to say Toei. That's not the right one. But Toho, that's it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I find it baffling. I do find it very weird how like YouTube allows the like copyright stuff to work, because they are like, I've had them claim things where it's like 2 seconds of their video in the window they claimed, but then like 30 seconds of my face talking that definitely doesn't belong to them.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like
Unless
YouTube
they
shouldn't
accidentally
be
copyright you.
allowing this. Yeah, like,
No, but you get channels like yours who, I mean, you say negative stuff sometimes, but you're not like a hateful person. But then you get the big
yeah.
channels that are like nothing but hate and bigotry, and they're just showing like the full thing, no
Yeah.
fully monetized. It's
Yeah,
like
I
they're too
don't
big to fail.
understand how I sometimes get flagged for a 5-second clip, but then other people like can play a whole like 30-second clip in their video, no problem. And I'm like, I don't have any copyright strikes. Like, I've never done anything like wrong on YouTube, like, as at least how like YouTube typically views it. So it's like very weird. It's very weird.
And some channels, they'll just literally play the entire trailer, like start to finish.
Yeah.
They won't say a word. They'll just.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. And then I use like 6 seconds of a trailer clip, and they're like, sorry, your whole video needs to be fixed. I do not like it.
I think I've only left 2 videos up ever that had any sort of issues because I wasn't making money off them anyway. So one was a Doctor Who one. I can't remember the other one. Like, because no one's going to watch a review from an episode in 2 years anyway. So
Yeah, usually they don't. Although, honestly, I have had the occasional person like comment on some of my older reviews ages later, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know anyone still cared about this. Thank you.
I guess at some point, someone new is probably going to be going through and watching for the first time or whatever. But
yeah, but for the most part, yeah, once the show is aired, it's kind of the window for it mattering closes.
Especially for some of the shows that people aren't going to remember existed. Like I did reviews for the entirety of the new Quantum Leap. Is anyone even going to remember there was a new Quantum Leap in 5 years? Probably not.
Unlikely. I need to watch that, honestly, although I guess it got canceled, so it doesn't really matter.
It got canceled, but it didn't end on it sort of ended on a cliffhanger, but it was emotionally resonant enough to feel like an ending, I guess I could say.
That's not too bad.
Like
I'm all right with that.
There was an emotional payoff for the characters you've been following the whole show.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Maybe I'll give it a chance then.
But it definitely left questions about what's going to happen and how are things going to go from here. But I definitely do see that. I mean, maybe not with the same characters or anything, but that's definitely an idea they're not going to let rest forever. So
yeah,
5-10 years, they might give it another stab.
Oh my god, I'm still bitter and angry. What am I bitter and angry about? It's another show that I'm bitter and angry about. What was it called? There was a superpower show on Amazon where people get powers when they turn 18. It's going to drive me crazy because I cannot remember the name of it right now. But it got 2 seasons, and it ends on the worst cliffhanger and then didn't get renewed. And that makes me like just irrationally mad at the creators. I'm like, why did you write this? If you did not know you were going to be renewed, if there was no guarantee of renewal, why didn't you just give me an ending?
The Runaways? No, that was 3 seasons.
No. Hold on, I'm just gonna
On
straight.
Amazon?
Yeah, I'm gonna straight up Google it.
Powers? Was it just Powers?
Let me see. Superpower show on Amazon. Not Gen V. What are we looking for? Girl has no powers. It's not the power. Oh, Extraordinary. That's what it was called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really liked that show, and it got canceled after 2 seasons, and the ending is bad. It's not good. It's definitely an ending that like needed to be followed up on, and they did not. They did not.
Yeah, is Young Justice done forever now?
Hmm.
I know they brought it back. It was, I wouldn't say it was bad, but it was
Yeah.
different.
I'm kind of excited for the next season of Gen V, but also very sad because it's not going to be the same without Chance Perdomo.
Wait, is that coming out before the last season of The Boys?
I think so. I think it's coming out in the next few months because I think they wrapped up shooting a while ago. They had to do a whole big retool because one of the lead actors died in a motorcycle accident. It's really sad. He was really young. I think he was 27.
Wait, is that I think I do remember that now.
Yeah, he also played Ambrose in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. He was a really talented young actor. It's just super duper sad. And he was obviously like a main character that they had plans for, so they kind of had to just I think they had to just change a lot of the planned storylines just because like what else are you gonna do? Like they have to find a way to like write him out of the show, but I think they also want to like honor the character, and it's just very sad. Very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna plug once again that people should not ride motorcycles. It's so dangerous. My mom, when she was an ER doctor, she used to call them donor makers.
Ooh.
Because so often people would get like horribly maimed or like brain dead. So their organs could still be donated, but they would die horribly. So PSA, please don't ride a motorcycle. It's not worth it.
Don't they say like everyone that rides a motorcycle has like 100% of them have crashed? Like at least minor or major, it doesn't matter. They've always crashed at least once.
I haven't heard that, but I would not be surprised. There's just so much that can go wrong. Like, I mean, you can just get unlucky and like run into a bird.
Yeah. Well, and I see them all the time, like just darting through cars, doing like 80. Like, all right, buddy, you've got no protection there. If something.
Oh my God. When people ride motorcycles without helmets and with like flip-flops, that freaks me out. I'm like, bro, if you crash, your feet are going to be stumps. Like, what are you doing?
Wait, so what do you mean about Farscape? Lemming kebabs?
Wait, what about Farscape? It's not loading.
Farscape every single season. Or just every season had a good ending? Is that what you mean? Or like a cliffhanger?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. I love Farscape. What a good show.
I was starting a rewatch on it, but I let my Peacock subscription cancel. I have it all on DVD. I should just make myself do the work.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have so many things on DVD now, and we still have not set up our DVD player. We also have a VHS player, so I've been wanting to like buy more stuff on VHS.
That's cool. I have my VHS just because I still have my old TV that has the DVD VHS combo built in.
Well, yeah. Those were great.
They're heavy. And it's the type where it's like flat screens were starting to come out. So it's like, we have a flat screen too. Just extra glass to make the screen look flat. So it's like 20 extra pounds.
I love it. Truly iconic.
Yeah, Farscape. I don't know if they were teasing it was going to come back, but I don't know if I want it to come back. I would like to see more, but
yeah, I would love to see more Farscape, but I think recapturing that charm would be really hard.
mm-hmm.
And it's such a product of its time in a good way.
I mean, if they did a movie, I'm sure it wouldn't be the same, but it could probably still be interesting enough.
Yeah, I'd
If
watch
that was
it.
contingent on what was it, Dark Crystal doing well on Netflix. And
I don't think it did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right, let's go into the mines. I don't have a ton of energy, so we'll see how far we can go.
All the way, hopefully.
Oh, wait, I need my pickaxe.
Or is it just like endless mines?
I think it's endless, although now I'm not sure. I feel like there might be like a final level somewhere down there.
With an ender dragon.
And away we go.
Oh yeah, Peacekeeper Wars, but that was more like a mini series. I'm thinking more of like if they gave it a Serenity treatment or something.
Yeah. I loved Serenity. Parts of it.
Well, the biggest thing I will say about, I don't know, it's not the biggest thing, but everyone always talks about, I don't want to give spoilers, but a certain character who dies in that movie. There's another whole character who's a main character who dies in that movie nobody ever brings up.
I was so mad about both of them. One definitely has more time to be like more heartbreaking than the other, but like both characters deserved better, and I'll die on that hill.
I mean, I know they always talk about bringing it back or an animated series or something, but
I don't want it.
I don't think I don't even know how the show would have been regarded if it had gone for the long haul, because there's so little of it. It didn't have time to make any missteps or any real.
Some of the plots that I read from Joss Whedon that he had planned for the characters made me like not want more Firefly. I'm like, okay, well, clearly something was gonna go off the rails. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah, and if there had been 5 seasons, one of them would have just been wacky out of the box stuff. People would look back at it as like, season 3 was kind of a mess, right?
Yeah, what was going on with that? Boop. So we're in the mines. Oh no, a little guy.
A little guy.
Ah! No, he wants to eat me.
He's not a good little guy?
No, they are not friendly. There are the comics in both Firefly and Buffy, but I have to admit, when they brought so spoiler for the comics, they bring Lawrence back from episode 1. The guy who gets shot and then thrown out of the ship, and it goes downhill from there. I didn't finish them. I also did not finish like the Buffy motion comics because those also got crazy.
I do have a few of the newer Firefly comics, but I never actually got around to reading them.
Well, they're either going to be really fun or really bad.
Or a combination of both.
Or a combination of both. The Buffy comics were crazy. I would watch a season of Looney Tunes Farscape. That sounds fun. But yeah, in the Buffy comics, Dawn is like a giant, and I'm pretty sure Buffy ends up like doing like a 3-way with Spike and Angel.
Of course you would. Oh, I thought I had it right here. I thought I had I do have some Farscape comics, but they're in my box downstairs, I think.
I wonder if those are any good. Oh my god, speaking of canceled shows that I'll never forgive streaming services for, Chaos on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I never got around to watching that. But...
It's so good. It's so good. I do not understand why it got canceled. It's so good. People were watching it. Like, what?
Well, Netflix. That was one season, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know Netflix has the horrible habit of they just refuse to give anything more than 3 seasons because it's not fiscally responsible for them.
Yeah.
But I also think there's none of these places have a good avenue to market their own stuff.
Yeah, that's true. They're very like reliant on whether Netflix decides to do any marketing,
Yeah.
which
But I
it
mean,
often does not.
and unless you have something that catches on like Stranger Things, or I was going to say Cobra Kai, but that wasn't even a Netflix show to begin with.
Yeah, no, you have to get insanely lucky to get any kind of like long season run on Netflix. It's really annoying.
And there's certain series that came out, and I heard about them in my corner of the world, and I mentioned them to people, and they're like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
Yeah.
Like, what was that show that not Sense8? It was crap. It was the guy who was looking at the videotapes and like weird stuff started happening, and there was time travel involved. I can't remember what it was called. But I felt like that was a super pushed show and people haven't heard about it. And then there was well, I can't remember the names of any shows right now. They've all left my brain. Oh, the Mike Myers one. The Pentaverate.
Oh, I don't think I watched that one.
It wasn't fantastic, but it was interesting. But I feel like that should have been it's like his return to acting for the first time in forever. And he's playing all different characters in like wigs and makeup and stuff. And I don't think to this day many people even know it exists.
Oh, cat. Hello. Are we going to be inconveniencing me slightly? I think that's allowed.
Now it's going to annoy me. What was that show?
Aha! I got a blueprint from Clint.
That's another thing about me. Every time I try to spell Netflix, my phone thinks I mean Neelix.
You know you're a Star Trek fan when?
Archive 81, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay. I think I started watching that, but then didn't finish it, but meant to go back to it. So I guess I'm part of the problem. Hi, kitty. Are we having a little sit? Is that what's happening?
I have not watched Big Mouth. Something about it hasn't appealed to me.
I did not finish it. It's kind of fun, but also in like a really cringe way that makes it like hard to watch at times. They call me the parsnip guy. Boop.
You should do that for merch.
Snipping my pars. Oh my god.
Now that you're at 5,000, you need some
merch.
Gotta
get some YouTuber merch.
You've got mail.
What's in here? I have not finished the Dragon Prince, and I need to. Lost my favorite axe. Well, I guess I'll look around. I'll axe around for it.
Wait, I don't get it.
We're running.
But yeah, I let most of my streaming services lapse for the first time in a while. Except I had to re-up on Paramount Plus for Section 31.
You gotta. About that movie. I wanted it to be good so bad.
They knew what they were doing. They shut my account off the day before it premiered.
Wow, rude.
So I'm like, all right, I guess I have a whole new month now.
Beautiful.
Well, once I started finding out what they weren't actually treating it as a movie, they were just promoting it as a movie. Like that was probably a failure on their part.
Yeah, the whole thing was really, really weird.
Because if I went into it thinking of it like just a standalone episode, like I guess not really a short trek, but just like a limited streaming event or something, not a gigantic change the world movie, I might have felt a little softer towards it. Not much, but
Yeah. It wasn't for me. I wish that it was just a very different movie than it was. But like, they tried.
well, and that's the worst part, I think, is they're going to take every single wrong lesson from it.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, people want more action in their Star Trek, and I'm like, I think we're good actually. I think medium action is all we actually needed.
Where it's almost like they didn't take the thing that people have been complaining about, specifically Discovery, but a lot of all modern Trek, about like they just keep upping everything's a like galactic ending event.
Yeah.
Even when this shouldn't have been.
So annoying. You do not need the stakes to be that high. And when the stakes are that high over and over again, it ruins them. It ruins the stakes.
Yeah.
They are no longer stakey.
And then when they do that, it's like, oh, the galaxy is going to end, but there's also only 6 people in this movie. There's no sense of anything.
Now I am rich in inventory space.
But
I can carry anything.
Your G is almost empty.
Yes, now I'm broke. Because I spent all my money on a new backpack. Luxurious new backpack.
Is it a fanny pack?
I wish. This guy would totally wear a fanny pack. Look at him. I'm trying to play without disturbing Cat, and it's difficult. Baby, yes you are.
Oh, I should probably be getting to bed here shortly.
Yes. I should probably start winding down as well, as I have to do things before I work tomorrow. Oh my god, it's Monday tomorrow.
Let's cancel it. Let's boycott Monday.
I would love that. I think weekends should be at least 3 days. 2 is not enough.
No. You have 1 day of like being dead because you worked all week, and then a day of existential terror because you have to do it all again the next day.
Yeah. You need at least 1 day in between where you get to rest and enjoy weekend.
And feel like an actual human.
Oh god. What was that like? I've been potato for so long.
No, steak. I'm just saying not every single story has to be where the stakes. Oh, I think that was a joke. I get it. Okay.
But yeah, no, I do actually agree with that. I think if you make the stakes big every season, they stop being stakey. Like it's the same thing that happened with Supernatural. Is it's always the world's gonna end, but it was at its best when it was like buddy supernatural investigation show.
Yeah, and if there's like some rumblings in the background of like a bigger issue, maybe.
Yeah, like Buffy did that really well, actually, where you'd have your monster of the week, but then they'd also build to a big bad throughout the season.
But if it's just, and that's where they get really lazy. It's just like, look, we have this device. What does it do? It incinerates every planet in the galaxy at once. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay. Well, that's really dumb.
So what are we going to do about it? I don't know. Someone's going to use it in 12 hours. We should probably stop them.
Yeah. Ugh. Ay. No, I want just normal stakes. I want filler episodes back. I want seasons to be longer. Okay, Kat, you can have Chip. Oh my god. So that we can have filler episodes.
I mean, I know we'll never go back to 20-something.
Yeah, I can accept that, but like 15 would be nice.
If even if you did 13, 12 or 13, you still have time to do 2 or 3 like just random wasting time episodes and sprinkle them in. Because I think they were saying about like the new seasons of Doctor Who, they're 8 or 6. I don't know, but either way, that each episode has to carry so much weight.
Yeah.
And
No, it's just not long enough.
there's like no standard. So if assuming each episode is trying to do its own thing, there's now no normal episode.
Yeah. No, I think it's just
Yes, 12 Earth hours.
exactly. I just want more episodic silly Billy stuff. The stakes don't always need to be huge. Just give me some low stakes.
Yeah, like there's whole episodes in TNG and stuff where they're just trying to track down like a faulty power conduit.
Yeah. Or like where Data learns to dance at wedding. Like he's good.
Just Data learns X.
Yeah, Data hangs out with traumatized child. Like and it makes the episodes where big stuff happens like feel like special because it's not every episode that big stuff happens. Hello again.
Mm-hmm. Kitty wants parsnip.
Yes, she do. Girl, what are you doing?
I should take off, but congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for hanging out, friend. Have a good night. Sweet
you too. Enjoy your Monday off because that's now the law.
Yes. As a lawyer, I think that's valid. That sounds right to me.
Okay. I'll cite that as my reason for sleeping in.
Love it.
Take care.
I will represent you at court if anyone's difficult.
Bye, chat. Night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, kitty.
All right, guys. So now it's just me. Oh, yeah, I love Rascals. That is such a good episode. It's so cute. Ensign Rowe is my fave. So I'll probably keep going till like 8:15ish and then probably also sign off. But for now I'm just chilling, just hanging out. Bye. Oh, I love this game. I forgot how fun this game is. It's so easy to get lost in your farm tours. Oh my god, Cat, what are you doing? She's trying to get into my bag of chips. That's what she's doing. I do share human food with her, but only like a little teeny bit because I know it is not technically good for her. Boop. And here we go. Clearing the brush. They call me Brush Clearington. What's my vigilante identity? Well, if I told you, then I'd get caught. Oh, man. No, it's interesting. I have, like, to get hilariously serious, I have very mixed feelings on, like, vigilantism, because on one hand, sometimes the law does not, well, a lot of the time, the law doesn't look out for people, so I understand, like, taking the law into your own hands. But that can quickly go horribly, horribly wrong, because, in fact, like cops, people aren't always good at, like, knowing who's guilty of things. And so they can and do go after the wrong person. And it has had disastrous consequences in the past. Yes, I give baby chicken. I give her basically any little treat she wants. It's terrible because now anytime I have snack, she sits next to me like this, with this very hungry face that just stares at me until I share. So I have to like let her sniff it if it is not for cats, so that she knows to leave it alone. But if I'm like eating sushi or something, like I have to give her several little bites or she will be impossible. I've ruined this cat. Yeah, a lot of vigilantes are completely delulu. It's unfortunate. Because, you know, like, it's completely true that, like, a lot of people need some kind of alternative to the police, and there is not one. Being a person is just more complicated than it should be. I get, like, depressed when I think about how different all of our lives could be, like, really easily, in terms of, like, less work, more security, not letting people live on the street, etc. But we just choose not to because, you know, some people make a lot of money off of human suffering, so we let the humans suffer, and you're just like, oh, okay. That seems like a really bad reason, but sure. Sure. My cat is so spoiled. She eats very bougie cat food, and she does nothing to earn her keep. She's basically never been outside unsupervised because she is baby, and now she gets scared if she does, like, she has escaped the house a couple times, and every time I've found her, like, cowering next to house because she is not equipped to survive in the wild. Woo capitalism. Yeah, like, I know it won't happen in my lifetime, but I would love to live to see the end of capitalism. I would love to live in, like, a Star Trek adjacent future. We don't even have to go to space. I just like the post-scarcity element of all of it. What an escapist fantasy. Chopping with my axe. Finishing this task. Yeah, like, I saw this one skit where, like, a rich person, like, goes to deposit, like, more money in the bank, and the lady at the bank is like, oh no, like, that's it. Like, I think it's like 100 million or something. She's like, you won capitalism. Here's your little award. Now go away. You don't get any more money. And I'm like, I would like to live in that world. That sounds really good. And the guy's like, but I want to earn more. And she's like, oh, is there something you can't buy with $100 million? Hey. Gotta plant trees so that I can harvest them for wood later. Gotta play the long game. Oh, I can build bridge now. Let's go build bridge. Building of the bridge. To cross over the ridge. There's no ridge, but it rhymed. Here we go. Doing a little wander. Do. Oh, wow, my little guy is, like, mad tired. I don't know if I'll make it. You know, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna have to go to sleep. And then go to the beach. And then build the little bridge. Ha ha ha. Do. Here we go. Doing our little run. Doing our little dash. In the rain because we're short on cash. And then we'll just go to sleep for the night. Aha! Money. Day 12 of spring. Yeah, now I'm remembering why I could play this game, like, all day during the pandemic. Well, I shouldn't say during the pandemic. It is still during the pandemic. It drives me actually a little bit batty when people, like, talk about it in the past tense, because I'm like, people, like, 2,000 people a week in America are still dying of COVID. Like, the pandemic isn't over just because we're over it. But that said, during, like, lockdown and everything. Ooh, Egg Festival. When is that? Is that today? Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we'll go to the Egg Festival. Well, I distracted myself and I can't remember what I was talking about, but that's okay. Do. Gonna buy some seeds. Here we go. Ah! I just ran into the bulletin board instead. Dang it, I keep doing that. Keep showing up to Pierre's early and, like, rattling on the door handle. Here we go. Wait, I think the bridge is over here. Because we want to go to the beach and build our little bridge. Nope, I went the wrong way. The bridge is over here. This happens to me on so many games. Like, my brain does not do well with spatial relationships, so then I just lose everything and don't know what I'm doing with my life. Ooh, worms. Rocks? Now I'm rock rich. Well, that's okay. I'll probably remember eventually when it's no longer relevant. How do I do this? Do I click? Yes. Yay! We fixed the bridge! Now we just gotta wait for the cutscene, and now we have bridge. See, now we go over here and look at all this funky stuff. Trump take egg. Exactly. I'm coral rich. Cat is curling up adorably, like little baby, but I'm not gonna try cat cam again because I struggle. Ooh, we're running. Ooh, we're running. Well, that was silly. I should run the other way so I can go sell all my goodies. All of my wares. Ah, yes, now I remember. So during the height of like lockdown and the pandemic, I played so much Stardew Valley. I did play it mostly on my phone. The George Wuzzy. And I would just sit in a hammock outside on my porch and play Stardew Valley. I need a lot of fruit salad. I was making a lot of fruit salads. I should do more fruit salads. I love a fruit salad. Ooh, I have not had dinner yet. Maybe I will have a Greek salad. But yeah, this has been this has been quite fun. I haven't done a live stream in quite some time, as anyone who's been following this channel knows. I think the last one was like when my friends and I watched Cats. We did like a very drunk debrief afterwards. That was a good time. But I struggle with with learning all of like new software and stuff for doing an effective like live stream like this one. So I kind of created like a barrier to entry for myself. I was also scared no one was going to show up, so thank you, friends, for being here. Would have been very awkward if I was just sitting here talking to myself. Boop. It's part of why I decided to play a game, was for like something to do both with my hands and for you guys to watch, other than me sitting there going, trying to think of things to say. Butthole cut. Colt? Well, one cannot deny the necessity of a bumhole, but... Boop. Daffodillies! Alright, now we go to Pierre's and raid him for seeds. But yeah, this game's just really easy to get kind of lost in and while away many hours playing because it's just so cute and so laid back, and you can kind of like do whatever you want to do to an extent. You can farm as much as you want, or you can fish as much as you want and kind of make that your like primary thing. And that is fun. Oh, shoot, I needed to give her a parsnip, but now I don't have one because it's not in my inventory. I have played myself. Ah, well, thank you, YouTube, for reminding people. Let's get some more potatoes. We like a potato. All right, and away we go. Ah! Oh, that's really silly. Man, Cats was a wild movie. I feel like for how weird it was, the impact, like, dried up really fast. I guess also because of the, like, encroaching pandemic, but that was a wild movie. Yeah, that's true. If you have a cat as a pet, like, you just have to accept the fact you're gonna see its butthole. They do not care. They do not have any sense of modesty because they are cat. So they will proudly stick their tail in the air and stick out their butts. I've heard of some people who would buy like little butthole charms to like put on their cats to like hide their butts, and at that point I think that's crazy. Like, just don't have a cat if you can't handle the fact that it has a butt. Sometimes we just have to accept reality. Doop. Plant in some potatoes. Alright, I think I will go till 8:30 PST, 11:30 EST, and then shut this bad boy down, because otherwise I will just talk forever. Man, that was interesting casting choice for Rebel Wilson. That was such a movie. That was such a movie. Honestly, I had a little trepidation watching Wicked, because I was so burned from Cats, but I watched it anyway, and I actually really liked it. It was quite good. Oh man, in January, that's another video that I meant to make but didn't. I meant to make like a best movies of 2024 video, and even a best TV shows one, because I watch too much movies and TV, so I had a lot of thoughts. But I didn't get around to it, and now it feels a little too late to like do that. But but there were a lot of good movies last year. Well, now I will take my cat showing me her butthole as a compliment. Safe for to show butt. I suppose that's actually accurate to humans too, to an extent. We only feel safe letting truly trusted people see our buttholes. This has gotten weird. This has taken a turn. Boop. I think this stream is the most times I've ever said butthole on YouTube. Or at all, honestly. You know, with the, like, rise of AI, the one thing that would maybe get me to shut up about how much I hate it and hate that it's in everything is if they finally made an autocorrect that, like, works, you know? That is capable of detecting some amount of context and therefore, like, does not correct words that were not incorrect. That happens to me, like, all the time. Where I will type a word and I meant that word, and then autocorrect's like, oh, did you mean this slightly more common word? I'm like, no, I didn't mean that word that makes no sense at all in the sentence I just typed. Why would I have meant that? It's bogus, man. Oh no, are there too many rocks for me to escape my farm? No, there we go. There we go. I struggle because the farm gets dark at night, but the truth is you can make little torches and then it does not get dark at night, and then you can enjoy yourself. Here we go, running along, singing my song. Oh, I hope the audio is not too bad, you guys, because I was struggling. those of you who showed up at the start of the stream know that it got quite chipmunky for a while there, and then echoey as attempts were made. My like current laptop does not have a webcam, so I have to plug in a webcam, and where I plugged in my webcam is normally where I plug in a microphone. So my plug-in mic didn't work, and I had to get creative with the... That's the reason there's a Ren Rants 2 on here, is I had to get creative with my cell phone to record the audio, and then my laptop to record the video so that I could stream the game. And it just got tricky. Yeah, like AI, genuinely, I think if it was handled in a more more ethical, less capitalistic way, I think it could be a really useful tool. Like, there are AI tools that, like, for editing, I think are really helpful. For, like, people like me, oh, I found the lost axe, who don't, like, I don't have any help on my videos, right? I write them all myself, I film them all myself, I edit them all myself, and I work full-time because I'm a grown-up. So if I had like an AI that actually could cut down on my editing time significantly, that would be awesome. And obviously wouldn't be taking anyone's job since I don't have anyone to help me. But of course, they don't really have any tools that I've seen that like really make a difference yet. At least not in programs that like I can afford or use. And so it's kind of just, oh no, I missed the little bookseller lady. Alas. She's gone to bed for the night. I forgot that I was thinking about doing that. But yeah, no, AI could be like really helpful if it didn't suck. But instead, yeah, they're just stealing work from artists and then regurgitating worse things from artists. I will boycott like any movie that is written with AI or extensively uses generative AI. I know that there is AI that they do use in like animation and film editing that's actually like useful and helpful and doesn't steal anyone's jobs. So like that's not a deal breaker for me. It's just the like, you know, the auto plagiarism programs that I do not like and won't support. But it's frustrating. I hate being anti new technology. I would love for it to be like good and well implemented. But like the problem with regulating something like that is it kind of requires regulators to know anything at all about how technology works. And regulators famously often are completely clueless about how anything works, which is frankly how we ended up with that absurd TikTok ban. Because they don't know how things work. They don't care how things work. They just do whatever their donors say, and then you just get confusing or poorly implemented regulations. Judges, like, okay, I'm gonna really nerd out here. So this year there was a case, or last year there was a case that overturned something called Chevron deference. Chevron deference was basically a Supreme Court decision that kind of gave federal agencies, so like the EPA and things like that, the power to make decisions for how to implement implement how to... Oh no, I lost words. Okay, so basically it allows the agencies to like determine how they want to implement various changes to policy. So that basically would give the EPA like freedom to promulgate regulations based on legislation without congressional oversight or judicial oversight. And the judges would defer to them with the understanding that judges are experts in the law and generally nothing else, and so should not be making decisions that require expertise they don't have. So they overturned Chevron deference, and so now judges are the ones making a lot more of the decisions in terms of the implementation of various regulations, which of course is really bad with Trump-appointed judges, but is also bad with judges in general because, again, they are experts in the law. They are not really experts in anything else. Most of them are old, so they know fuck all about technology. And so you end up with a lot of really bad, questionable rulings and regulations based on things they do not understand. And it's very frustrating. And it's one of those things that's like so nerdy and weird that like almost no one is aware of what Chevron deference was, or that we don't have it anymore. But it's already starting to cause problems, and it's going to continue to cause like serious problems in terms of increasing the amount of lawsuits that happen anytime an agency tries to do anything. Yeah, it's a coup. Everyone's closed for the festival. Oh no, now I'm stuck with this axe. When? When do I come back? But yes, this is the kind of thing that I keep thinking about making videos about, but I also know that most people who follow my channel are following it for the pop culture content I make, so I'm just nervous about making videos on such a different topic. I did create like a channel I intended to do like legal videos on, but then I didn't get around to like doing any. So maybe I'll try reviving that old chestnut and actually posting things on it. We'll see. Gotta go pet the cat. Very important. Also gotta pet the real cat. Also very important. For she is a baby, you see. Boop. Oh, shoot. Fast-growing, colorful tuber. That is a carrot. Yeah, see what Hassan has to say. That would be an experience, I'm sure. He has some good content outside of being vaguely misogynistic and weird. But that's always kind of a gamble you have when you're like following men doing anything. It's like a 50-50 chance they're gonna be like a weirdo or a misogynist, even if they don't mean to be. I also don't really actually watch Hassan. I think I watched a few of his videos a few years ago before he became the controversial figure he is now. But you know, I do like to annoy a random man. Yeah, I think that happens. I think that actually happens a lot with political YouTubers in general, especially on the left. I think part of it's because of like the whole leftist purity contest, so like we feel like it's very easy to feel like you can never say the right thing, and then people start to get really resentful. But I think it's also just it's easy to mean well, but it's also very easy to like abuse a platform once you have it. And I think it's really hard for people to sort of separate the ego from their like online political commentary ambitions. Honestly, I think the ego is just a lot of the problem we have with just like politics and everything in general. I think people are way too invested in being right all the time. So people will just like not admit they're wrong, even when there are like facts that contravene. Ooh, strawberry seeds. That contravene, you know, what their opinions are. And so people tend to just double down when they shouldn't. And I think it's just unfortunate. That's one thing that I've kind of like worked on because I have ADHD, so I get rejection sensitive dysphoria, which makes it very hard for me to like take criticism or, you know, accept when I'm wrong. And so that's something I'm always like really consciously trying to work on, because it's just so much easier when you're wrong to just say, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're right." thank you for bringing that to my attention. And then you don't look like a jerk because you didn't double down. You just accepted reality. Yeah, it's so annoying. Like, it tires me. It's something I see all the time. And it also changes, like, how you have to approach people if you're, like, arguing with someone. Like, you have to, really do have to, like, approach people with, like, kid gloves and, like, validate them and try to make them feel like, you know, like they have some sliver of a point just so that they'll maybe consider your facts to the contrary, and it's just a pain in the butt. I do think social media has, like, made it worse because everyone's so public about everything. Alright, let's do an egg hunt. Let's hunt some eggs! Me versus the children. Taking candy from some babies. I don't remember where anything is. But let's look for some egg. Aha! I have found one egg. Oh, that looks like 2 egg. Aha! 2 egg for me. Oh, there's another one, I think. Yeah, 3 egg. I'm the egg man. Oh yes, I could totally destroy a baby in the debate, especially if they were pre-speaking. Pull the old Ben Shapiro tactic. Did I win the egg hunt? Probably not. Good job, Abigail. Well, that's it for this year's Egg Festival. Alright, let's go ahead and plant some strawbs. Ooh, I should check. How do I craft? Do I hit this? Yeah, okay. What do we got? Scarecrow. Wood, coal, fiber. Let's build a scarecrow so that my strawberries don't get yoinked. So we need fiber. Ah, we have to chop trees for wood, like some kind of aminal, because we do not have wood yet. Oop. Oh, man. Y'all, I have been sleeping on The Handmaid's Tale, but I just started watching it this weekend, and I'm on season 2. And I'm on season 2, and it is brutal. Like, I was expecting it to be brutal, but oh my god! It's so upsetting. I wish I had watched it a few years ago, because I think watching it in this political climate is, like, not the smartest for my mental health, if I'm being honest. Like, there are so many little parallels where I'm like, oh, I could see something like this maybe happening. Oh, and this. Oh, and this. And that is not fun. Yeah, definitely too close to home. I do really regret my parents moving me to America as a child, because I'm Canadian. I don't have to be here. But then I stupidly got a US law degree, so now if I do ever want to go back to Canada, I'll have to basically like start over to like get my legal qualifications. Like I won't have to start over, but I think I'll have to take at least a few classes and do like the whole like Canadian equivalent of the bar exam, and that is annoying. I don't know. I guess I have roots here now, right? I've been here for most of my life. So I have roots. I know I know a lot of like people and friends, and like I'm very used to living here. But yeah, no. Yeah, it was questionable decision for me to not just live here but to remain here, and now I'm certainly regretting that. I'm also like a little afraid that I'll get like deported. Not super afraid because, very white. Very white. But like I've also been like a vocal leftist on the internet for a very long time, and I do worry about it. I do worry about it. Oh yeah, like I love Canada. I used to spend like every summer in Saskatchewan on my dad's farm. Oh no, I just killed my beans. Damn it. But yeah, like Canada has problems, but it's not even in the same realm as the US, like at this point. Like ugh, it's crazy here. It's crazy. When I was on vacation, we were in Belize and Guatemala, and we did bump into like people from other countries. Oh, I love Ziran Zhao. I read Iron Widow and loved it, and now I'm like halfway through Heavenly Tyrant, which has just become straight up communist propaganda, and I love that. Love that for her. Great books. Great books. I would love to see like a show or like a movie based on it, but I feel like actually executing like the Hunduns would be really hard because it's such a. It would be very effects heavy, but I would love to see it. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I love their book. It is very good. They also did my favorite solution to a love triangle I think I've ever seen in any series, and I love it. It's great. They're great books. I will not tell you about anything that goes on in Heavenly Tyrant other than there is some communist propaganda that is really good. And I'm not saying propaganda in like the negative sense. I think propaganda can also be like a useful tool for legitimate movements. But it's very well written. They introduce some new characters and some new like even more new like moral grayness. It's great. I would definitely recommend it. Stuff happens, and it's really good. Yes. No, I would love to honestly be part of the YouTuber to published novelist pipeline. I have been actually like sneakily working on a book for a while. My like working title is The Nightfall Bookshop and Cafe, and it's about like a vampire who owns a bookshop in like a supernatural like neighborhood, and there's a whole mystery surrounding like an evil book. Oh, and the vampire is a lesbian because of course she is. And yeah, it's something I've been working on and off for like 2 years. I need to get back to the grindstone though. I feel like I've been thinking about it more than I've actually been writing it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. When I was a kid, like the career I used to want, other than paleontologist, which was never going to happen because I am not good at math and am a wimp in the heat, was writer. And it's one of those dreams that like I still haven't really given up. Because I love to write and I love to read. and I have a lot of just, I don't know, fun creative ideas that I've wanted to explore. But it's really weird, like, having time to write again after I was in, I was in school for 7 years, and then I worked the entire time that I was in school, so I didn't have, like, much time until, basically last year, honestly, and it's just been kind of weird having a normal amount of free time to use. Right, we're gonna build a scarecrow, and we're gonna call him Steve. And we're gonna put him right... Wait, where did you go, Steve? Gonna put him right here. Oh, that's really crazy. I did not realize they had their book, like, in the works before getting on YouTube. That's awesome. No, they're so talented. They seem really cool. They're the kind of person I would definitely, like, fangirl obnoxiously if I ever met them in real life. Selling all the stuff. Selling... Oh, no! Actually, we don't want to sell the mixed seeds. We want to use those. Boop. But yeah, if my YouTube ever gets, like, giant, which is unlikely, but if it does, like, expect me to promote book on there. Alright, now we're gonna go buy some seeds from Pierre. And I guess start kind of winding down this here stream. But this was fun. I feel like I never get as much of a chance to, like, hang out with y'all. I mean, the premiere's kind of, but it's, that's just for however long the video is. So it's kind of nice to chill. Maybe I'll do this, like, quarterly or something. Just hop on and play game and talk to you guys. Or I might stream my art, because I do digital painting, but sometimes I mean, I'm bad at finishing things, and then I always worry that, like, people will not like my art, because, like anyone else, I have insecurities. But it would be a fun way to hang out with y'all. Oh, yeah, no, poor Chapel Roan. I feel like that's got to be just so exhausting and surreal to be, very unknown, and then very, very suddenly, like, overnight, become one of the world's biggest, like, pop stars. Like, that has to be such, like, a shock to the system and so exhausting. I was really annoyed when I saw people, like, shitting on her for basically saying, like, hey, don't harass my family or act like you know me in public, please. Because I think we take, like, a lot of ownership over celebrities that, like, I understand, like, that we feel like they're privileged, and we're the fans who are, like, giving them some of that privilege, so we feel like we're, like, entitled to their time and attention, and, like, entitled to information about their private lives and stuff, but that's honestly really weird. That's so weird. And so I really respect her for setting boundaries and being really clear about, like, what behaviors she won't accept from people. Loved watching her, like, shut down the paparazzi when they were being annoying. Like, I just really like to see a young person advocating for themselves, especially in such, like, an exploitative system where they're kind of chewed up and spat out a lot of the time. I think the burnout is really real in those situations, and yeah, no, I think she did. I think she handled it really well. I think people are very silly for, feeling like they're just entitled to her time and entitled to all of this. Yeah, no, for real. It's... Oh no, I shouldn't have built that there. It's nice to see. So I wish her, like, yeah, every happiness, and hopefully things like calm down eventually to a certain, like a bearable status quo for her. I think it calmed down a little between when she like first blew up, and like the VMAs, although I think those actually, and the Grammys, I think those like reignited a lot of the like chapel obsession. And I can't blame people, like she's so interesting and her music is really good. And the costumes, oh my god. Yeah, no, like, I mean, she's still, like, a 20-something, like, listen, young people are amazing, they, accomplish all kinds of things, they are very smart, I don't wanna, like, imply that they're not, but, like, still young! It's still very easy to, like, make mistakes, and I think especially when you're, like, new to having a platform of that size, it can be really hard to, like, adjust and always, you know, like the responsibility to be careful about what they're thinking and how they express themselves just very suddenly and sharply increases. So I think we almost like, I don't want to say we hold people too accountable, but I do think the standards aren't necessarily reasonable for how we expect people to, you know, basically always be perfect with how they express themselves. Like it's not realistic, basically. Oh yeah, I'm not like any kind of fashion expert either, but I do love an aesthetic and I really like how she blends like high fashion and drag and like the colors and the costumes. It's so camp, like I love it. It's fantastic. It definitely, some of her outfits have definitely been almost as fun as like, or almost as interesting and outrageous as like early 2000s meat dress Gaga. Yes, good stuff. All right, we're scooting along. Oh, absolutely. Like the US education system's a mess. It's a mess. Most Americans, like a lot of Americans cannot read at a 5th grade level or above. Like it's not good. So anyone basically coming through that system and knowing anything is an accomplishment. Yeah, the meat dress was wild. I feel like that was such an era. I do miss it. Uh it does seem like Lady Gaga is unfortunately like at least Zionist adjacent. I don't think she has said anything supportive of Palestine, and she's definitely said like supportive things about Israel in the past, so it's quite sad. Um so it has been nice um to have Chapel Roan, who has in some ways a similar vibe, and luckily has not only like posted things that are pro-Palestine, but she raised money for Palestinians, which I really, really like. Yeah, poor vegans in the meat dress. Like that was a lot, for sure. But you can't deny it was creative. It was interesting. It had not been done before. I think she even had like meat shoes to go with it, although I cannot imagine what that smelled like by the end of the day. Oh my god. That's interesting. Yeah, like her, I do think she had some valid points in her commentary, but I can definitely see why people had some issues with it, with the overall climate of the situation and the outcome. Yeah, like it cannot have smelled good. It cannot have smelled good. What do we got? Oh, oh, dang it! I lost a fish probably. I'm not good at the fishing in this game. Like, I'm mediocre at it at best. I do be struggling. Come on, fishies. Okay, well, no fish tonight. Well, I think after I send my little farmer home for the night, I think I'm gonna call it and try to rustle up some dinner, even though it's late, because I'm a mess. But it has been super fun hanging out with y'all. Yeah, exactly. Like oh no, Linus, no! He's digging through the trash. He's gonna get in trouble. Poor little guy. Grr. Poor little fella. Poor Linus. No, it's a shame for food to go to waste. Well, alright then, Linus. He's got another trash can to rummage in instead. Oh no! Oh, wait, I think he gives him some food. Gus is good people. See? Good people! Ooh, spicy marinara. That sounds really good. Now I want zucchini fritters. Alright. Homeward bound. Yeah, zucchini's the good stuff. I feel like it's an underrated vegetable, honestly. I didn't used to cook it much, but then I did meal kits for a while, and they had zucchini in a lot of the meal kits, and it's just so easy to make it so delicious that I started cooking more zucchini. Wow, I've gotten old. The things I'm excited about are so old person-y. I'll be like, oh, we got a new vacuum. It's amazing. And I'm like, well, 12-year-old me would judge me for being excited about this. Cat, stop it. She's making herself a little nuisance, isn't she? Yes. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put the farmer to bed. Thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out with me for my little 5K hangout stream. As I said, I was a little worried that I was gonna be by myself. Ooh, I'd love to try Japanese cucumbers. I love cucumbers. I am a big fan of Greek salads, so cucumbers are the way to go. But, okay. Boop. I think I am gonna call it for the night. Thank you again for hanging out, friends. I might actually do this again soon. This was really fun. It's a nice way to connect with you folks and, you know, have a good time. Alright, so I guess we'll see you next time. I will try to get my Yellow Jackets video for this week up a little bit faster since I only have to do 1 episode instead of 2. So look out for that. And I'm still working on my Umbrella Academy video. I have it pretty much written, which is the hard part. So it's just a matter of getting it together vis-a-vis actually filming and editing it. And of course, my Yellow Jackets video essay is still a work in progress. it's just hard for me to get the motivation to start again after basically being left with nothing but the raw file I recorded. So we're working on that. Fingers crossed it'll be out soon. I might do Kipo someday. I might even do like a little hangout and see if there's a way to watch it without violating copyright or something, because I love that show. Honestly, as you can probably tell by the like mix of content I do and how I might sometimes keep reviewing things even when I'm not getting views, I don't care that much about views. You know, like this isn't my job. I just do it for fun. So I'm open to talking about things that I know will not necessarily do numbers. So yeah, once Yellow Jacket stops coming out with new episodes, I think I will get back to fooling around with other things. But for now, look out for more Yellow Jackets content, look out for Umbrella Academy stuff, and when Star Trek comes back, I will be reviewing the new season of Strange New Worlds, even though Paramount sucks and is such a pain about reviews. So if I do any clipless reviews, it's because Paramount finally filled me with enough rage. Okay, so thank you again for watching, everyone. This was so fun. Mwah. See you next time. Wiedersehen.